Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I'm your calm and measured host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And with me today are all of you out there in YouTubery, YouTube land, all of you out there. And I am so grateful you're with me today. We have some stuff to cover. We have some things. This is not a yelling stream. This is a place of peace and love and respect and mutual admiration and all of that stuff. Right? That's where we are. And in honor of that, I have worn a special shirt. I bought a special shirt today. I apologize that my skin blends into this shirt. I know it looks terrible on camera, but I needed a very special shirt. No, he has less rays. Hold on. Let's see. Here, this is my special shirt I bought specifically for this occasion. I hope you guys enjoy my special shirt. Unfortunately, this is not like a good way for me to have it on camera all the time. So we've got a lot to cover. A lot to cover tonight. There have been like enough teasing, right? We're going to listen to some audio. I'm going to play some clips throughout the show. That's going to happen. We're going to play some clips. I might need to test the audio. I don't know. Yesterday, as you know, of course, I had some real problems playing audio clips.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes. Fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag.
Oh, okay. So the audio is coming through. I had to check on that. I wasn't sure. There's going to be some clips. These clips, I have to say, are not the opinions of this channel. They are not endorsed by Rekieta Law in any way. But I have 9 audio clips to play for you tonight. 9 audio clips I'm going to play for you. There's some very important things to clear up, okay? There's some very important things to clear up with these audio clips. Let me be very, very clear. I am not offended by a single thing in these audio clips. And I do not believe that anyone should have any punishment for the content of their speech. Right? So, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, Sean Schemmel's a ridiculous homophobe because he said some lines. Like, I don't care what Sean Schemmel ever says. Ever. Sean Schemmel could run around with a bunch of Nazi paraphernalia talking about the Mountain Jews or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Nothing does. I'm really hard to offend, and I will fight to the death for Sean's right to call Gohan whatever derogatory slurs he wants, okay? That's not the point of any of this, okay? Not the point of any of this. Sean can say whatever. So, like, people, I'm clarifying this because last night people were sending me all sorts of other stuff that Sean has said that's very offensive, I guess. Like this He-Man homo stream or something. I don't care about that. I know that there are people who say things that are unpalatable. This guy, say him all the time. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about the offensive nature of the recordings. That's not what this is about. This is about very, very specifically, Sean Schemmel and other voice actors who you will hear today. You'll recognize all of these names, I'm sure. we'll get into them. Using IP that belongs to Toei Animation that is licensed to Funimation, recording materials that would probably put Funimation's contract with Toei in jeopardy on Funimation equipment, and then saving it on Funimation servers. And in one particularly egregious case, editing in licensed Toei Animation background music reserved for a Dragon Ball episode onto a highly, highly controversial audio clip. That is an likely an improper use of Toei Animation's IP by Funimation and their contractors, and most importantly, not just their contractors, but by their contractors' subcontracted competitor, Okratron Studios 5000, owned by Chris Sabat. Okay? So let me lay this out here. Tonight at noon, I will play audio, or midnight Central Time, 53 minutes. We're going to stop everything just like the other day. In 53 minutes, I will play an audio clip. It's about 1:30 long, I believe. Maybe a little longer. I'm not positive. And it will involve Okratron Studios, who is a contracted competitor of Funimation, utilizing IP licensed by Funimation from Toei Animation in a way that I think Toei Animation would be very, very, very uncomfortable with were it out in the public. I am reporting on the news that not only does this happen, this happens frequently. It's not just actors going, "Hey, I'm Goku, I like boys," or whatever. Like, that's not what's going on here. I don't care what someone does like that. I don't care if Sean Schemmel makes all the racist Goku jokes in the world. That doesn't matter. They can do that in the booth all day too. It doesn't. What matters is they're preserving this stuff. It's not just they're saving it. They're potentially going to include it as extras in a DVD. They're holding on to this. And all of this, might I add, let's see what I've got here. What's this? Let me blow this up a little bit. I don't know what this is, but all of this seems to have some sort of violation of company policy at Funimation. Funimation has, this is the Funimation employee handbook right here. Okay? This is a section on sexual or other unlawful harassment. I mean, I can't explain it any more clearly. This stuff, verbal conduct that includes making or using derogatory comments, epithets, slurs, or jokes. Sean Schemmel, I mean, I don't know what even is and joke. I don't know what that is.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes. Faggot, fag.
Is this a
fag.
joke?
Mike says a fag.
Is that an epithet, derogatory comment? Is that a slur? I think so. So not only are they doing this, they're doing it. These are, before you make the argument, well, it's a contractor. It's a contractor. This is on Funimation servers. Funimation is preserving this inappropriate, according to their own handbook, comments. These comments are maintained by Funimation employees who are then having to be exposed to this conduct. Funimation is willfully hosting an unsafe work environment for their employees in violation of their own company code. Okay? This is why we're talking about this. I don't care about offensive jokes. I love them. Tell me all the offensive jokes. Happy to have, I'll have a private conversation with you. We can have offensive jokes all day. I'm fine with that. But this is about a workplace environment. And I, frankly, if their employee handbook said, screw you, you're going to hear offensive jokes, get over it, you pussy, great. I would love that. Sign me up. I'll work for free. Greatest workplace I could possibly think of where everyone is perpetually offended all the time. I'll pay them to work there. Doesn't matter to me. But these people fired a man for, at least in part, a jelly bean joke. A dad joke about a jelly bean that made someone feel unsafe. Funimation is being wildly hypocritical in violation of their own policies, and it points to an environment of clickiness, favoritism, unequal application of the company code, and flagrant violations of company policy when the right people do it. But when the wrong people do it, they're done. And not only are they done, Funimation takes it upon themselves to bow to the right people and to put out a tweet virtually destroying their career in one fell swoop. Funimation is a hypocrite, and they're doing it with Toei's IP. Toei, I hear you're in town this weekend to talk to one of Funimation's competitors, Crunchyroll, about new contracts. I hope you're watching tonight, or I hope you see what's coming later while you think about those contracts. Because, I don't know, maybe Crunchyroll does the same thing. But I don't have evidence of that. What I do have is evidence of Funimation doing it. And seemingly fully endorsed by various people, including the director of production, Justin Cook. So, because I have to tell you, all of these clips were taken under Justin Cook's watch. I don't know if he's aware of them, but I think it's his job to be aware of them. So, Justin, if you're out there watching, man, these are the people you cast. These are the people you manage. This is the production that you're in charge of. And you're apparently okay with this. Did you stick up for Vic? Did you not stick up for Vic? Were you okay with him being fired over, you know, well, it's an unsafe work environment because of hugs at cons? What's going on here, Justin? And what's going on here, Funimation? So that's what we're going to talk about as we go on, okay? And like I said, I'm going to play clips throughout the evening, but at 12 midnight Central Time, we've got the big one. The big one, which I think is the most egregious violation of Toei's IP. And so I want to give everybody time to filter in for that one. And, you know, I want everybody to be here for it. I announced it on Twitter that it would be at midnight. In the meanwhile, we have some legal documents to go through, and I'm going to intersperse the clips. These stupid masks, I'm telling you. I'm going to intersperse the clips with the legal documents. These were filed today. Now, very weird to file these documents today, in some respects. Very weird to file these documents today because the filing deadline for Vic and Ty is tomorrow. So filing these documents today seems like a wasted effort because they're going to have to respond to tomorrow's documents anyway. Of course, unless they're trying to give, try to, add a workload to Ty's team or something like that. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I am going to make all of the audio clips that I have available after the stream. I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to do that yet, but stay tuned. I'll make them all available after the stream. I believe this news should be all over the place. This is, by the way, I'm reporting on these audio clips strictly in a journalistic capacity. They were acquired by me absolutely 100% legally. There is no copyright infringement or any of that bullshit. So the moment someone decides that they want to do something about that, not recommended, especially if you're a company, because there is a newsworthiness exception for fair use. And I believe this is pretty newsworthy, and I acquired all of this this information in my capacity as a very, very capable investigative journalist in this case. And I think that I can show that I've been pretty darn good at producing truthful information that is verifiably backed up. So I just want to point that out before we get started. Because, you know, I mean,
hey,
I
look
don't...
at those faggot-ass clothes. Faggot,
I don't know why.
Faggot, fag, fucking fag.
Why they might want to try and do something about clips like that and other clips, but I think they might. So, here's the last thing before we really, really jump into it. Before I forget, tomorrow I will be doing a daytime show, 11 p.m. Central. I will be interviewing Andy Signor. Andy Signor went through a similar Me Too type situation. Turned out to be completely bogus from what I hear. Andy and I are going to talk tomorrow during the day at noon Eastern, 11 Central. We're going to talk about his, I guess, his downfall, his rise back, and we're also going to talk about his Kickstarter, where he's I don't know exactly what the Kickstarter is, but it has to do with people who are falsely accused and all of that stuff. So, okay. Yes, that was intentional. I was playing it for dramatic effect. Yes. Okay. 11 a.m. tomorrow. There will not be a nighttime show tomorrow, most likely. 11 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So I'll be finishing Twitch, going to sleep, waking up, doing a show. All that stuff. All right. It's 11 a.m., not 11 p.m. Okay. 11 a.m. And I'll announce it on Twitter and all that stuff too. Okay. So here we've got... So this is Monica Rial and Ron Toye's response to plaintiff's motion to strike or disregard defendant's late filings. Oh, and I also have to read some chats as we go. Of course, I'll read some chats. But let's at least get through this first page. And then we'll drop another audio clip in just a second. Defendants Monica Rial and Ronald Toye, collectively, defendants hereby file this response to plaintiff's motion to strike or disregard defendant's late filings and state as follows. Look at this beautiful introduction. First of all, this is annoying to read from merely a critical visual aspect. The clerk who has to read block quote, all caps, bolded but lowercase caps text, hates everything about this. Why in God's name would you do this? Just put an intro in your normal font. All right, Ms. Rial and Mr. Toye timely filed a TCPA motion to dismiss all claims brought against them. That's true. They did. 11 days later, they supplemented with additional affidavits and affirmative defenses. But can they do that is the question. Can they do that? Rather than utilize the mechanisms in the TCPA to conduct discovery. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Do we get a hint here of what they were trying to do? We'll put a bunch of stuff in here. Then Ty will have to conduct discovery on it. He'll have to motion the court. Did they just admit that they frivolously filed a whole bunch of stuff to try and cause extra delay in the TCPA? Right in their introduction, did they do that? I think maybe they did. Why in God's name would he need to conduct discovery? You did some discovery beforehand. Oh, by the way, you refused to comply with the discovery request that's in there. I think that's going to come up, by the way, you dummies. You refused to comply with the existing discovery demand. Why would he want to sit and play games with more discovery demands that he first has to ask a court's permission for? Why would he do that? You could just move to strike your bogus, frivolous stuff that you didn't ask court for leave to supplement. But let's see. Plaintiff filed a motion to strike that finds no support in the TCPA. Doesn't need to. It actually finds all sorts of support in statutory interpretation, or from over 370 opinions issued since the inception of TCPA. Notice what this dummy likes to do. Hey, Jay Sean, you're an idiot. I like to point to the weight of authority. As in, I'll cite a number and say that it's important. But those numbers don't actually matter because none of those opinions, those 370 opinions, not a single one of those opinions actually has to do with this issue. None of them. Otherwise, he'd cite it, right? Well, maybe he will. I guess maybe he will. Issued since the inception of the TCPA. To the contrary, supplementation is consistent with what? With case law? With the Supreme Court's ruling in this? Nope. With the liberal interpretation of the TCPA, which is designed to quickly end frivolous lawsuits like this one. Supplementation is consistent with quickly ending lawsuits. That's logically inconsistent. The court should deny the motion to strike. Relevant procedural background. Oh, yeah. Well, here you go. I'm going to start with some super chats, but let's do let's do another one. Now, again, let me be very clear. Not all of these are like offensive or anything, but remember that Dragon Ball Z in America had to change Mr. Satan's name to Hercule. Okay? In America, this is a kid's show, and it's, and it was originally very much family oriented. So, some of the stuff, like this clip of Krillin, for example. Who's Krillin? Sonny Strait, I think. This clip of Krillin isn't like particularly offensive. It's obviously much spicier than the show. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, I'm carrying a few extra pounds around myself. Not much time to work out. Keeping them happy is a full-time job. Especially that bitch on the right. God damn, you try to keep that bitch happy? It's impossible. I just give her food, I give her presents, I give her rings, I give her any... I'm sorry.
So there you go. This one's not very spicy. Again, the big one, of course, being at midnight. So don't crucify me just yet. Don't crucify me just yet. So nothing super offensive other than the crass language, again being tied to one of Toei's IP characters. But we'll move on. We'll move on here. Let me read a couple chats, and otherwise I'm going to get way behind. That's of course not the goal. Your art is trash. Says, all this spiciness is addictive, but the hype train leaves after my boomer bedtime. All these losers and their dirty laundry coming out. What's the likelihood of anything coming out, or anything coming of it, either in the case or with Funny? The double standards are strong. The double standards are absolutely strong, and that's the point, and that's the likelihood of something coming out in the case. Funimation will have to potentially defend its very inconsistent approach to different employees, and when they have HR investigate someone. Remember, the three things that were investigated, according to all of the evidence we have, are a jelly bean joke, a consensual kiss, and then a proposition of 2 adult women at a convention that actually didn't lead to anything. So there you go. All right, Weirdo with a Cello says recording. Oh, but what I'm saying is, playing some highly sexualized clips, because some of these clips, involve, much more sexualized content. Playing those kind of clips in a courtroom, contrasting it with how Funimation is trying to represent itself in public, that might have some implication. Might have some implications. Weirdo with a Cello says, a recording from yesterday had quite the sense of comedic timing, especially after the outro ended, lends more credence to the theory that we are all on God's TV. In this case, is his sitcom. Transcriber tells Soye to get help. Ryan Mercado says, the desperation from Jay Sean is so hilarious. He knows his TCPA motion will fall on its face, so resorts to throwing shade at you and Ty on Twitter. Let's give him L's for his effort. Is Jay Sean throwing shade at me and Ty on Twitter? That's great. Good job. I'm glad he's finally catching up. Kyle Lindholm says, am I wrong to be suspicious of how terribly disorganized Jay Sean's team seems to be? No. Be very suspicious of it. Have you sent all these audio clips to Ty Beard? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have. Oh, you know what? Team Four Leaf Clovers reminded me of Team Four Star. There's an argument in the chat that says that Team Four Star is nonprofit and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. I heard a rumor today. About Team Four Star. And Toei Animation, you may want to... I'm not saying this is true because I've got one source on it and it's a rumor. But it is, I trust this source. So here's my understanding is that Team Four Star they monetize their YouTube content. They have various attire for sale. There are monetized aspects of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Absolutely, there are. So anybody who says that they're non-monetized, that's not true. You say they're not for profit. Not for profit doesn't mean revenue neutral or revenue negative or something like that. That's non-revenue. Non-profit means that they don't keep a profit above their costs. So revenue comes in, people are typically in a non-profit, people are paid, and then any excess money goes into improving the service itself. The owners are not taking profit out of the company. The money is going back into the company. I don't know how Team Four Star does any of that, but the rumor that I heard about Team Four Star is that all of the money that they make that would be considered profit on the Dragon Ball Z property goes to Funimation. Which again, from what I've heard, Toei Animation is not really happy with Team Four Star, and Funimation was somehow shielding them, and it appears possible, according to my source, that Funimation might have a monetary incentive to intervene between Toei and Team Four Star. So I don't know that. Those are interesting questions that should probably be asked by somebody who has the ability to find that out, like maybe an IP holder who's been dissuaded from pursuing legal action or something like that on their property, and then to find out that maybe their license holder is facilitating this activity and profiting from it would be really weird. So, again, maybe Funimation can address those questions. For having a dedicated social media guy, Scott Barretto, by the way. Scott, hey, Scott, that's a great affidavit you put out. Thank you so much for helping Vic with that affidavit. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I'm going to assume it was. But that's a great affidavit that you put out. Scott, I know you have to monitor all of this, right? Like, I know you have to. You've said it in your affidavit that your job to monitor all this. So you might want to look into wherever that information is coming from, that you guys are making money off of Team 4 Star's very, well, potentially profitable use of your licensor's IP. I don't know that they would be comfortable with it, and that might be something that puts your company in jeopardy. So I just wanted to alert you of that, that's a possibility. So, yeah. I mean, that is if you're still employed after all of this. Kyle Lindholm said, oh, wait, no. The Pie Baker says it's dangerous to endure this much stupidity with too much blood in your alcohol system. Here, take this. That is a good point. I'm not going to punish myself today. We've got... I was given this Detling, Alabama bourbon by Lydia Schewitz, longtime friend of the show. And this is cask strength, 54.5% of the liquor. And we're going to pour a glass of this. We're going to pour a glass of this. Oh, I'll shield the GoFundMe in a minute. Oh, that smells delicious. Woo! We should have that military special olive oil pour spout, though. Okay. Okay. Sorry. We need a little bit of that. Cody Bayer says, we'll host them on the Anime Outsiders website if you need us to. Possibly, buddy. I'll hit you up. I want a place where people can easily link these clips because I think people might want to tweet them. Tweet them out and let people know what's going on. So I want a nice place to do that. Fluffy Side Up says, how much you want to bet that Law Twitter will hone in on the first bullet point of the employee's handbook page for Vic, but it doesn't matter because they're hypocrites. Oh, I don't care. I don't care what they do. Law Twitter has routinely shown themselves to be idiotic. You know, Law Twitter spent an entire month saying that Vic trying to discredit me by saying that Vic could not make the case that it was false, that the statements were false under oath, and actually have that matter at TCPA. And now Mike Dumford is changing his tune on that. So, you know, again, despite trying to rake me over the coals for the past month for having the audacity to suggest that a party with knowledge of facts could make a statement and that would be evidence, that then the other side would have to overcome that evidence to meet the standard. I mean, I don't know. They all called me an idiot for what Mike Dunford is now backpedaling to. So there you go. Adam GBK1 says, perhaps you could upload to Mega the files. I mean, there's a guy I watch on Patreon who distributes his entire content that way. We don't need accounts and it seems to be free. If not, I'm sure Super Chats cover it. Oh, I'm sure I've got different places to I mean, I could upload it to SoundCloud or whatever, but I want a nice, easy, tweetable format. So I just have to decide. I'm not super worried about it. Latintha says, hey, Nick, got a new job with a better schedule that lets me watch your streams. Here's some more fun nights. Hey, congrats. And then two more, and then we're going to go back to the document a little bit. Alex Halo says, Crunchyroll has lied about anime phone games, saying it would be unaltered, and lied to a customer about that as well. The thing that was taken out was even in the ad for the game and later removed the ad from YouTube. I didn't say Crunchyroll is any good. I just find it interesting that Toei is going to be in town talking to a competitor. Clint Larvins. Oh, I lied. There's only two more after this one for now. Says, hey, Nick, had my first jury duty yesterday. Went through voir dire, which the judge and attorneys assured is pronounced voir dire in Texas. Voir dire. And got selected and finished the case in one day. Woo, lol. Too bad it wasn't Vic's case. Oh, good. Good job, buddy. Big 1778 says, hi, Nick. First super chat. Hey, thank you. Just heading home after my night shift, so I'll catch the rest of the stream later after I've got some Z's. All right, man. Sleep well. And finally, Lana Rain says, what sickens me the most about this whole situation is that it seems Funimation and Kick Vic has a very rules for thee but not for me mindset. They condemn Vic as a monster and yet praise an abuser of women as a hero. Yeah. So, okay, back to it. Relevant procedural background. The litigation commences with 3 depositions. I mean, I don't know if it commenced with 3 depositions. On April 19th, 2019, plaintiff filed his original petition bringing claims of defamation, tortious interference with contract, tortious interference with prospective business relations, and conspiracy against Ms. Rial and Ms. Toei. Ms. Rial and Ms. Toei. Funimation Productions LLC and Jamie Markey. Rather than immediately begin briefing concerning the case dismissal, the parties agreed to engage in discovery. I mean, kind of. That's a weird way to put that. No, the plaintiff filed and served discovery requests with his complaint. There's not like an agreement to engage in discovery. The other party could have filed their TCPA at any time and chose not to. Consequently, on June 17th, the court entered an agreed order extending Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei's deadline to file motions to dismiss pursuant to the Texas Citizens Participation Act to July 19th. Between June 26th and 28th, plaintiff Mr. Toei and Ms. Rial were deposed over a consecutive 3-day period. TCPA motions to dismiss are timely filed starting the maximum 120-day clock for a hearing. Oh, they're changing it to 120 days. Okay. On July 1st, Funimation timely filed its TCPA motion to dismiss. July 12th, plaintiff filed his first amended petition maintaining the same cause of action. July 19th, Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei timely filed their TCPA motion to dismiss. July 19th, Jamie Markey timely filed her TCPA motion to dismiss. All 3 motions to dismiss were initially set for hearing on August 8th, 2019. Pursuant to the TCPA, once a TCPA motion is filed, it starts a 60-day clock in which a hearing must occur. But this deadline can be extended up to a maximum of 120 days. TCPA provides that either the movement or non-movement may seek leave of the court to conduct discovery, which neither have, by the way. Let's get that right out there. The extension to 120 days has not been requested by either party at this point. The closest that it came was Jay Sean filing a notice of intent to notice me and a motion for additional discovery based on Funimation's TCPA that they weren't party to. It's very, very weird filing. It makes absolutely no sense. They have pursued it zero since they've done it. Accordingly, the latest date the respective TCPA motions could be heard are October 29th and November 18th. But no one's requested it, including you. You haven't requested that at all. You requested the hearing on the 8th. That was you, Lemoyne. I mean, first it was Volney for Funimation, and then Lemoyne, you and Markey all decided to file and agree to the August 8th hearing. You had no interest in extending the deadline of the TCPA. Are you going to try and weasel that past the court? Are you going to try and have Judge Chup pretend that he doesn't remember what happened? That'll be weird. Plaintiff tips his hands with a premature evidence challenge and obtains a continuance of the TCPA hearing on September 6th. Premature how? How? On January 24th, plaintiff filed objections to motion to strike evidence offered in support of defendant Funimation's motion to dismiss. On July 29th, plaintiff filed a motion to continue hearing on TCPA motions to dismiss, seeking an extension of the August 8th hearing to August 29th. On July 30th, Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei filed their supplement to motion to dismiss, providing 2 affidavits confirming plaintiffs' acts of sexual predatory behavior, 2 affidavits confirming Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei did not interfere with plaintiffs' alleged contracts, and pleading affirmative defenses of consent/invitation and Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. On July 31st, plaintiff filed a first amended motion to continue. On August 1st, the court heard an argument and reset the TCPA hearing to September 6th, which was you guys getting BTFO'd hilariously, and you know it. Plaintiff's response deadline is set for August 30th, 2019. Parties also executed a Rule 11 agreement outlining the court's August 1st, 2019 ruling. What do we got here? This one's another Goku. Oh no, let's do this one. This one's a little spicier. Who's the voice of Chi-Chi? Does anybody out there know the voice of Chi-Chi? I'll let you guys catch up while I read these 2 more super chats that came in. HB says, to paraphrase a great man with a purple suit, this anime dubbing company needs an enema. Insert maniacal laugh. Let's see. Pyretta Riddle says, where'd my mouse go? Whoa, that was weird. Oh, I gotta change one thing. Cynthia Kranz is the voice of Chi-Chi. Hold on. Okay, Cynthia Kranz. So let's see. I'll read this last super chat and then we'll do a Chi-Chi audio in just a second. This one's a little weird, right? Pyretta Riddle says, what Ron said to his ex is word for word what my abusive husband used to say to me. Hashtag burn funny down. All right, here we go.
Go on. I was like, yes! I was just like, right there!
Is that the voice of Chi-Chi making like lewd orgasmic sounds with her like fictional son? Like, is that what's happening there?
Go on. I was like, yes! I was just like, right there!
I mean, Schemmel, wait a minute. Schemmel, what were you saying?
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes. Faggot, fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag.
No, he's not, though. He's cucking you actively in that clip. He's snake in the grass. Gohan.
Go on. I was like, yes! I was just like, right there!
So, apparently Schemmel's getting cucked by Gohan with his own... That's a little bit awkward, right? A little bit awkward. What is happening in these clips? But again, let's bring it back home. Verbal conduct that includes making or using derogatory comments, epithets, slurs, or jokes. Verbal abuse of a sexual nature, graphic verbal commentaries about an individual's body, sexually degrading words used to describe an individual, or suggested or obscene letters, notes, or invitations. So there you go. There's all sorts of other stuff here, but we'll just keep it here for now. Seems to be a violation of company policy. I don't know. And let me be clear. I don't even know the voice actress involved there. Don't care. I'm not like calling for Funimation to discipline the voice actress. That would be absolutely Funimation. You're missing the point here if you think I'm calling for you to discipline the voice actress. No. I'm saying your application of your policy is absolutely inconsistent, and that means you're lying. You're a liar, and you know it. That's the problem, isn't it, Funimation? You're lying about what happened. You're lying to your customers. You're lying to everybody about what happened. And now you're in damage control mode, trying to pretend that your work environment is something different than what it is. And trying to pretend that your workplace policies matter for Vic's situation, but no one else's. Except you didn't fire Vic because of the investigation, right, Scott Barretto? That's not why you fired Vic. You just happened to do it at the same time and tweet about it and infer it, but that's not what you meant. You said that under oath. You didn't fire Vic, or you didn't make that tweet to say that Vic was fired because of the investigation. No, don't want to do that, right? Is that because this is inconsistent? What is it, you pack of liars? Oh yeah, and Toei, of course. I'm sure you want your beloved Dragon Ball IP associated with incest and incest jokes. They get spicier, of course, but there you go. So 14 minutes to midnight, by the way. Sounds like a bad, indie rock album. Funimation files supplemental affidavits and plaintiff files motion to strike. On August 6th, Funimation filed its supplemental evidence in support of its TCPA motion to dismiss, seeking to cure any affidavit defects raised by its plaintiff's evidentiary challenges. On August 7th, plaintiff filed the motion to strike the Real Toei supplement and Funimation supplement. Plaintiff does not seek additional discovery or more time. Oh no. Representing that he has all the evidence needed to support 4 causes of action against 4 separate defendants, plaintiff has not invoked the discovery or continuance provisions of the TCPA. All motions to dismiss will be heard on September 6, 2019, starting the court's 30-day clock to rule. Arguments and authorities. Let's see them. I can't wait to see all of the authorities. Plaintiff's motion to strike finds no support in the TCPA's statutory language or any cases cited in the motion to strike. But do you have any cases that you can cite against the motion to strike? That's the question. In the legion of decisions over 370 issued by the Texas Supreme Court and 13 courts of appeals concerning the TCPA, not one has ever determined that a movement cannot amend or supplement a timely filed motion to dismiss. The liberal construction of the statute, which allows for limited discovery, invites supplementation or amendment during the up to 120-day window for the dismissal hearing to occur. Hey, Lemoyne, citation needed. You don't have one here because there isn't a citation, is there? There's not a single case. You just made shit up, like you've been doing the whole time. I thought you're an expert, Lemoyne. Where's the case law? Where's the statutory language? Your opponent has actually, in his motion to strike, shown the statutory interpretation that says that if it's not expressed and linked it directly to the summary judgment statute that you guys have all said it is where the TCPA draws its most useful comparison. The summary judgment statute actually provides explicitly for supplementation inside of it. TCPA does not. Your Supreme Court has ruled that in the absence of language, the legislature is presumed to have included all of the language that it intended to, and you cannot read additional wording into the statute. You're boned on this argument without some authority. You have none because you're a fraud, Jay Sean. You're a fraud. What kind of expert are you? You're doing this terribly. But we'll see. We'll see. In other words, why allow discovery and 4 months for a hearing if the movement cannot supplement or amend? Because you guys did not. Actually, they don't allow discovery. They allow discovery only upon motion and a case-by-case basis. And they don't allow 4 months for a hearing. They allow 60 days except in the case of discovery. I don't know if a TCPA expert should be misrepresenting the statutory language to a judge in a TCPA hearing. I think You might get fisted for that one, Lemoyne. And if I were Ty, I would be all over your misrepresentation of the statute. You liar. You're a liar, and a bad one. A very bad liar. Plaintiff's argument as to prejudice is non-existent considering he has had 30 days to respond to the Real Toei supplement, which is more time than required under the new standard implemented pursuant to HB 2730. But you don't have the new standard. It was all filed before the new standard. What's that say? On June 2nd, Governor Abbott signed into law HB 2730, into which incorporate a 21-day notice for the hearing and 7-day deadline to file a response before the hearing. Doesn't matter. You're not under that statute. Why are you trying to muddy the waters? Finally, to the extent the court believes the Real Toei supplement was untimely, good cause exists for supplementation. If only you had asked first rather than the day before your opponent's deadline. Why didn't you ask first? It's because you're not an expert? How many cases have you done, Lemoyne, that involve a TCPA? Because you seem, bold strategy, saying that there's 4 months for a hearing when it's really 60 days for a hearing, except when the judge decides to, upon motion by a party, extend that for up to an additional 60 days. Which he doesn't have to do for a full 60 days, by the way. And there's no motion for a party. Bold strategy saying that there's 4 months to have a hearing when no one has asked for it. And you didn't ask for it either. That's weird. You could have, but you didn't. Why? Were you afraid you'd get pounded in another hearing? You guys are doing so well on those hearings, aren't you? Plaintiff's statutory interpretation invites judicial error through exclusion that will lead to unnecessary and multiple appeals. Oh, sure. Right. Okay. Plaintiff is a public figure that's conclusory, due in no small part to his own bragging about his extensive career and income signing autographs for adoring fans. That's not what actually makes you a public figure, but that's okay. Let's see petition, blah, blah, blah. Notwithstanding this, given his aggressive involvement in the public controversy concerning this dispute, zero involvement. You're a liar, Jay Sean. You are a liar, and you are going to get annihilated on lying about this. It strains belief that plaintiff is not at minimum a limited purpose public figure. What participation? What participation? See Lane versus Ferris. Yes, Lane versus Ferris, in which she engaged in her own defense actively. I gotta play another audio clip, otherwise the one at midnight's gonna like make this next one. So this is a three-part. Okay? The first one, this is planned, right? Well, you'll see. You'll see.
What about your cock?
That's a press guy talking to Hercule, otherwise known as Mr. Satan, asking him,
what about your cock?
What about your cock?
What about your cock?
Okay. I mean, it seems... Here we go. And who's this? Is this Chris Rager? Is this Chris Rager as Mr. Satan? I think so.
Well, I wouldn't keep anything from my fans. Yeah. Yeah. Check out that cock, baby.
Is that Chris Rager? What about this one?
Well, I wouldn't keep anything from my fans. Yeah. Not even this gorgeous cock.
So, let me get this straight. You retook your own blooper outtake? Like, hold on. That mistake, outtake, whatever, wasn't good enough, so I recut it? Are you... I mean, you're... I don't know. Again, this is Chris Rager, right? Isn't Chris Rager right now absolutely losing his mind on someone? Yes, he is, by the way. Chris Rager is freaking out, including posting on his personal Facebook about some guy because he has a different opinion than him. Chris Rager, who has been going nuts and ballistic on fans during all of this, has sexually charged recordings with his employer. Again, exposing his coworkers to dangerous language in clear violation of the sexual harassment policy of Funimation. Chris Rager, why are you... What is
Well, you know, I wouldn't keep anything from my fans. Not even this gorgeous cock.
Sounds a little compensatory to me, buddy. Maybe you should get that looked at. Go to a urologist or something, or at least a stripper. Oh my goodness. Chris Rager, what an absolute chump that guy is. Okay, on at least 3 separate occasions, plaintiff has addressed his over 113,000 Twitter followers and uncountable international fans. Why are they uncountable? By the way, this is also a lie. I don't know if Ty will call him out on it. I hope they do. Vic did not have 113,000 Twitter followers when he made any of his 3 statements. No, he did not. He did not have that number of followers on the dates that he made those statements. Concerning the growing online firestorm caused by his inappropriate behavior. Actually, the firestorm isn't caused by his behavior. The firestorm is caused by someone's tweet lying about him. And actually, let's be very clear, lying about him by confusing him with another Funimation employee who was dating your client, you dumb pile of trash. He was dating Monica Rial. What is Illich Guadiarola had sex with a minor and then quickly ran to Vegas to marry her with her parents' consent, right? When it suddenly came out that guy was banging an underage chick, Monica's ex-boyfriend, Funimation employee, I think, right? Illich is a Funimation employee. Is that correct? So remember, Han Leia misunderstood her brain-damaged moron of a friend telling a story about Illich. Ascribe that to Vic, who, by the way, Funimation should know that story, and so should your client. Recognize that story. Tells the wrong story about Vic. And then that's what caused the firestorm. You liar. See, Vic didn't actually have sex with anyone underage. That's at least been alleged. In fact, try finding anyone who has alleged Vic has had sex with them at all. He's wildly unsuccessful at it, apparently. What? Oh my goodness. All right. What do we got? Dr. Broly says Funimation hired Team 4 star to cameo in Dragon Ball Z Kai during a portion in the Cell Saga in 2016. Toei heard about it and intervened. Funimation had to redub it. Toei, I mean, you may want to look into Team 4 star monetizing their content and sending money to Funimation. I don't know if it's true. You may want to look into it. I've heard from a very reliable source that it is true. Pyroceptive says, oh my god, how embarrassing, Chi-Chi. Oh my god, I can't stop laughing. Oh my god, here's another 20 for listening to this crazy show. Brian Duig says, it seems under like Chi-Chi was coming back from being knocked unconscious while trying to ask about where her son was. Then she realized it sounded sexual and ran with it. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? Depravity! Depravity everywhere! West Nile Chan says, Nick, you've lost the case again. My sweet Limwakun is going to huff and puff and blow down this frivolous suit. His brain inflamed with legal strategy. These smears are your last desperate grasp for views and con sluts. Automata says, do you think it would be funny if someone took all these clips and attempted to cut them together to craft some sort of story? I mean, I think I would find that funny, but that's just me. Next episode, next time on Dragon Ball Z. Heart of Perpetual Ice says, My neuroscience nerd of a wife would like to point out that West Nile has been known to nerf cognitive function. Take that as you will, R.E. the pleading. Me, I just think that it's time to throw the man back to the warp, and it is midnight. It is midnight. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hype this just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not going to do this too long. Let me remind you, because many people have joined the stream for this clip. This is Christopher Sabat. This is Christopher Sabat, owner of Okratron Studios, if I've got that right, who is a competitor to Funimation, who is also contracted by Funimation, who has some sort of control over Funimation's casting decisions. Let's get here. So let me get this straight. This is Christopher Sabat, who owns a competitor to Funimation, whom Funimation contracts with for Dragon Ball Z in a very weird arrangement, who has casting power over at least a portion of Dragon Ball Z casting, right? This is that Chris Sabat using licensed intellectual property characters from Toei Animation. So Toei, you licensed to Funimation Dragon Ball Z. Funimation allowed their competitor, with whom I don't believe you have a licensing agreement, they allowed their competitor to use this licensed IP, your characters. And here's what he did with them. And pay very special attention to the audio track that you own that is edited into this clip. Because I don't know that this is what you want with that licensed IP that you gave to someone else, who they just allowed this to happen. Coming.
Popo, come closer. I feel my time is near, and I've never been with a man before. Apply the sacred ointment, Popo.
Oh, yes, Kami.
Yes, right there. Yeah, oh, that feels so good, Mr. Popo.
I do my best, but Mr. Popo does not fuck.
You must, Popo. It is for me.
Whoa! What's wrong?
Nothing, Yamcha. It's nothing. Mr. Popo and I have a special relationship. Oh, my Popo, he knows how to handle balls. He collected all the balls last time.
No way! Let me have some of that.
It's my ointment. I need it. I need it for Piccolo.
Kami, what's going on here?
I had to use the sacred ointment.
Apply the sacred ointment on me.
No way! I need some.
Bend over, Yamcha.
No! That can't be! Ah!
Yeah, more of that.
No!
Bend over further, Yamcha.
It can't!
Yeah.
Stop it! Bulma!
Yes.
Bulma! Think of Bulma. I must think of Bulma. No. Release yourself, Yamcha. It is the right thing to do. Popo, tell him.
Yes, it is true. Kami does not lie. He likes big butts. He cannot lie.
Wow! No way! You're right! It feels pretty good. Why don't you try, Mr. Popo?
Okay. No. Oh. 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 I need some more sacred ointment, Kami.
I'm afraid we've run out. The only ointment left is at Korin's tower.
Oh, guys, what the hell's happening here? Let me read your mind. Oh, Jesus Christ. You've been butt-fucking again, haven't you?
It's just the way. The way. You know that Nail is part of me now. refused. He said he'd like me inside. And I said no, and then he entered me. And I'm much stronger now, and I'm willing to admit it.
Yes, I remember when you were inside me. It was a feeling like I'd never had, Piccolo.
But what about me, Kami?
There's always time for us, Popo. You're my indentured servant forever.
Am I ever going to get paid?
You're paid in flowers and in love, which you lack, Mr. Popo. Let me show you what love is about.
You're right, Kami. It feels so good.
Now, on. Guru, can you hear me?
Yes, my children.
Tell them what love is about.
Well, as I am the father of all Nammers, I believe that sharing is important. Remember Dende?
Oh yes, I remember Dende. Quite a cute little Namek, wasn't he?
Oh yes, I stumped him.
You what?
I stumped him. I had him many times.
No way!
Quiet, Yamcha. Your time is next. I have a special gift for you.
What is it, Guru? You can't die!
I won't die before I give you this gift. Now, bend over, Yamcha.
I don't know. Something's not right here. I feel so strange.
This is a power that comes only from inside and can only be given from the rear.
You're right. I feel so much stronger. I feel like I could kick some ass now.
Yes, but be careful. You may be sore for a while.
So it was nice that he ended with a pedo incest joke. I mean, that was good, right? Never mind calling the obviously blackface Mr. Popo an indentured servant. Are you kidding me? Oh, and the rape of Yamcha by Piccolo. That's good. That's good. That was good. It's 4 minutes and 46 seconds long. So you were asking. I wanted to mute my mic. I didn't want the echo coming through some of the highs on like the sound effects. I noticed my audio was picking it up. So I just muted it and let it go. Chris Sabat, buddy. So think of this, guys. Now the other ones, right? Sean Schemmel, bad clip. Chris Rager, bad clip. Sonny Strait, bad clip. Whoever Chi-Chi is, bad clip. But those are one-off clips, right? Those are little clips. They're in the recording session. They make a joke. They probably screwed up a. Do I have my door? I'm gonna have to go close the door in a second. They probably screwed up a line, and then they make a joke, right? It's an outtake. It's a blooper. Okay. That clip is not a clip. That's a production. It has sound effects. It has background music. I bet man hours, I don't know how much time total, but man hours went into editing that as Chris is all of those voices, right? He's all of those voices. No way! I'm Yamcha, super talented actor, Chris Sabat, right? No way! Listen, Chris. I know you had to switch between a lot of voices in there. No way! But someone probably went through and cut out some gaps in the switches. Because I don't think that he recorded 4 minutes and 46 seconds just off the cuff. Like, I think that might have been scripted or something. And then they put in all those sound effects. Now, someone said that's Funimation's licensed music. And Toei's licensed sound effects. Well, that might be true. I guess that's true. It is Bruce Falconer music. Thank you for correcting that. But although I was told that was licensed from Toei, so maybe my source is wrong on that. Maybe my source is wrong on that. But here's the thing. Time, effort, and production resources went into making that with Toei's IP. With Toei's IP. So, there you go. There you go. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Again, like, far be it from me to criticize it. I find it kind of funny. Many parts, you know. Chris is a talented guy, throwing out the different voices, putting together some sort of weird comedic sex script. Doesn't offend me at all. I think it's a little questionable in terms of what they want from Dragon Ball. That's all. I mean, that's just my hunch. I guess I don't know. I don't know. So that's that. That's the big one. That's the big one. Now, I'm gonna walk away from my desk for 20 seconds because I realize the door is open and I don't want my yelling voice to go through my house too much. So 1 second. I'm still with you like Guru. All right, sorry, I'm back. We'll play it again in a little bit. But let's get through more of the documents. I've got let's see. I think I've got one more clip. No, two. Yeah, one more clip that we're gonna play tonight. And that one involves. Well, I'll tease it now. It involves Monica Rial and Colleen Klinkenbeard. So, but we'll do that one in a little bit. Let's get back to this document. Hastings says, great job standing up for Vic. Wondering if you'd chill my novel, The Crimson Spark, now available for pre-order on Amazon. A dark but uplifting fantasy adventure talks about the effects of actual abuse. William Hastings. There you go, guys. Go check that out. Bryce Byerly says, please make it stop. Nah. And then Tucker says, I'm late. What did I miss? Can we start the stream over? Well, I mean, we'll get the juicy parts again. Tamara Holloway says, first time super chat. Could they be using for those porn fakes of real animes? I don't know. I guess that's technically what they could be doing. All right. So back to here. Back to this document. We left off right here. Whether he is a public or limited purpose public figure, plaintiff must establish that any alleged defamatory statements were committed with actual malice. Actual malice in the defamation context does not mean injurious motive or ill will toward plaintiff, but rather means that the defendant had knowledge of the falsity of the statement or reckless disregard for the truth. The focus, therefore, is on the defendant's attitude toward the truth, not her attitude towards the plaintiff. Reckless disregard is a subjective standard focusing on the defendant's state of mind. To establish reckless disregard, the plaintiff must establish that the defendant, in fact, entertained serious doubts as to the truth of her publication or had a high degree of awareness of the probable falsity of the published information. That's Lane versus Ferris. One of the allegations of defamation concerns Funimation's investigation and undoubtedly appropriate termination of plaintiff, which he incorrectly contends is defamatory. I mean, that's not incorrect, but here you go. The Real Toei supplement pertains directly to the court's determination of actual malice as Funimation through its parent. Wait. Why didn't you file it with your timely filing then? You're going to argue now that it matters. Why didn't you file it with your timely filing? Why not? You had not only the normal amount of time, you had an extended amount of time to file your motion. And then you did, but you apparently decided that you wanted to file more later. Why didn't you file it initially? You made this public figure doctrine the entire time, public figure argument the entire time. Why would you wait? The Real/Toei sub pertains directly to the court's determination of actual malice as Funimation conducted an investigation into plaintiff, severing its independent contractor relationship with him as a result. But that's not what they say. That's not what they say, right? Funimation detailed its investigation. The Funimation motion to dismiss. They actually didn't, though. In addition to Miss Real, Funimation interviewed two twin sisters who have provided sworn statements describing plaintiff's invitation to his hotel room at an anime convention, not as they thought to visit with a friend. Oh, did they? Oh, did they? Wouldn't it be a shame if there were like a bunch of things indicating that maybe they were considering Vic more than a friend? Wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't it be weird if there was something like that? If there was something out there, I don't know, something out there where a reasonable person might think that there was a level of interaction that was going beyond mere friendship. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if there is. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow or today when documents get fired. But for his own deluded purpose of having sex with the 22-year-old siblings. Heaven forbid someone try to have sex with two women that are of legal age. We reminded Mignana that we're only 22 and he was over 50. Age discrimination, you ageist cunt sluts. So how could he even think of having sex with us, or what that we would want to have sex with him? I don't know. Why would he think that, Yosts? Why would he think that? Or do you guys just flirt to get free stuff? Is that why you do it? Vic's not the only one, is he, sweetie? He came up to my sister, cupped his hands on either side of her face, and forcibly kissed her. I froze in fear. Look what they're doing. They're trying to get in their inadmissible affidavits by putting them in this motion in line. Forcibly kissed me. I was so terrified and frozen, I did not know what to do. I asked what his intentions were in telling us about these feelings, and he said it was his hope and intention to have sexual relations with both of us. Now, mind you, he denies all of this. All of this. Without giving him any explicit permission to do so, came up to me, cupped his hands on either side of my face, and forcibly kissed me on the lips. Forcibly is a weird word there. I wonder what disease-riddled lawyer wrote forcibly for them. This behavior is consistent with what plaintiff's ex-fiancée, Michelle Specht, accused him of in March. Nice, tabination there, buddy. In March 2019, he failed to deny. Oh, wait, no, this is a new paragraph. Okay, never mind. Sorry. My apologies. Which he failed to deny. Failed to deny? You systematically targeted dozens upon dozens of... He wasn't asked about this email in deposition, I don't believe. I don't believe. So they're going to use the out-of-court statements of Michelle Specht and his failure to deny them in a response email to an angry ex-fiancé. Oh, sure, Lemoyne, that's going to... He failed to deny. He had no duty to deny it. He had no duty to deny it. Notice what they're doing. Again, putting inadmissible evidence. Michelle Specht's testimony is absolutely irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant to this case. What relevance does it have? Because character evidence is inadmissible to show that a prior act is evidence that someone committed a similar act at a later date, right? Like, it hasn't Law Twitter been kind of a buzz about that when the prior criminal history of some of the affiants and maybe defendants were brought up? Was it affiants? Prior criminal history? Trying to think. Maybe it was Toei that they've been talking about. But we'll see. The sisters shared this humiliating experience with Sony, Ms. Rial, and Mr. Toye. Plaintiff may well attempt to deny the sisters were ever in his hotel room and risk perjury by doing so. But absent evidence the twins recanted to Funimation, Sony, Ms. Rial, and Mr. Toye, plaintiff cannot establish negligence, much less actual malice or reckless disregard for the truth in relation to defendants' allegedly defamatory comments about the investigation. Actually, here's a funny thing, Lemoyne. We have no idea what the twins said to Sony because they haven't produced the results of the investigation other than to say they found the accusations, quote unquote, credible. But they haven't said what the accusations were, have they? You're overplaying your hand. You don't have a hand here. You don't have a hand with the Yost twins. Although you might have 4 if you were a voice actor. You might have 4 hands. In addition, the Rial Toye supplement contains statements from convention officials unequivocally refuting plaintiffs' assertions that Ms. Rial or Mr. Toye's actions caused the termination of plaintiffs' alleged contracts. See Vanderlinden versus Khan. Khan did not offer affidavit. See, they're trying to use Vanderlinden versus Khan to talk about tortious interference. It would be a shame if they could produce any of that. It'd be a shame. But here's the funny thing, though. I don't know that they get to produce any of this evidence. Because here's the weird part of all of this. If you read Vanderlinden versus Khan, if this is a matter of public concern, truth is not an affirmative defense. It's upon the plaintiff to produce evidence of falsity, right? A prima facie case of falsity by clear and specific evidence. So, the affidavits at the stage of the TCPA, from that con staff are actually not relevant for the purpose of TCPA and are likely inadmissible. They have to be. Because those things, the only burden of proof that the defendants have at this point is to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that the TCPA applies, which is only to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that the defendants were exercising their right to free speech, which is a very narrow, although broadly used set of circumstances, which involves, as they have argued, commenting on a matter of public concern. That means all other evidence submitted outside of that must be submitted to prove by a preponderance of the evidence an affirmative defense. In Vanderlinden versus Khan, they specifically state that truth is not an affirmative defense when the plaintiff bears the burden of proving falsity. So you've got a conundrum here. You can't admit evidence to show something that you don't have to prove. You have no burden of proving. Not at all. Not at all do they have the ability to even enter that evidence. And I'm guessing that's going to be part of the filings. I don't know, of course. We'll find out later today. In addition, the Rial Toye supplement contains statements from convention officials unequivocally refuting... Oh, wait, I read that one. Khan did not offer affidavit testimony from Sheldon, the one person who personally knew why he refused to go forward with the alleged contract. So once the impermissibly speculative evidence from Khan's affidavits is disregarded, there's simply no evidence, let alone clear and specific evidence, that but for the message, any contract between Khan and Sheldon would have gone forward. I guess we'll find out about that. I mean, you know, there's text messages between Toei and Kamea-kan, but who knows? Further, while it's apparent why plaintiff would choose to file motion to strike rather than exercise his statutory rights to depose the twins or other affiants, he offers no legal authority or analysis why he cannot defend against the affirmative defenses of consent, invitation, or application of the Communications Decency Act, neither of which depend on supplemental evidence. You haven't actually proved by preponderance of the evidence either of these things. The information contained in the Real Toei supplement are necessary for a full understanding of plaintiff's allegations. Then why didn't you include them in your initial filing? Why did you supplement later? Full understanding of plaintiff's allegations, credibility, and the elements of his claims. Actually, you don't get to question the plaintiff's credibility at this point. And you actually don't get to question the elements of his claims. That's his burden. You don't get to disprove his burden. If the supplemental evidence and affirmative defenses are excluded and plaintiff's unsupported statutory interpretation is rejected on appeal, your statutory interpretation is unsupported. You have provided absolutely zero support for your statutory interpretation at this point. They actually did provide support for their statutory interpretation. It was a Texas Supreme Court case. Why you lying, fam? The result is an expensive and prejudicial remand to reconsider such evidence and affirmative defenses. See Adams versus Starside Custom Builders. TCPA does not bar supplementation of timely filed motions. Hold on, let me read this. Automata says, so twins are saying that Vic's reputation was such that they thought the age difference would mean he couldn't possibly be interested. Also, Monica said dozens of men and women in multiple investigations. Huh? Well, I mean, she lied. Monica lied. Serenia Zakari says, I wonder if Ron threatened the twins with homelessness. Das Pooch says, great show as always, man. Also just wanted to make sure everyone knows about Sean's He-Man gay parody. Lol, watch. Matt Field says, I thank you, sir, for your dedication to education, defense of due process, law, and general, and comedy. You really have bloomed into a beautiful little shock jock screeching butterfly. Fuck you, Lemois. Cons schluts. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Should we listen to Colleen and Monica? This one's about a minute and a half long. And should we do that? Remember Monica Rial being a defendant in this case, and you'll know her when your ears bleed when she talks. You'll know that it's her. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna mute my mic because again, there's a lot of highs in this one when they laugh uncontrollably. So here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Penis. What about hard-ons?
1 second, I'm gonna start it over. I realize I had a noise gate. I have a noise gate filter on, and I've got to remove that filter because some of it is really, really low. Let me just get rid of that. All right. We'll try that again. 1 second. Here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1 visual when I'm going to unmute my mic. Just so you can turn the volume up. Because I don't want to blow your ears out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Penis.
Alrighty.
Penis eater.
What about hard-ons?
Pole eater.
I
I'm gonna chew gum.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Who's Boothie? God, Colleen, don't be so boothy.
Your vagina.
Oh,
Is that
that's
better?
mean. That's mean. I don't like you anymore.
Nah,
DUI.
just a
DUI.
whisper room. It's just a whisper room.
Yes. It's like the rape corner in
It doesn't have like a big window or anything.
No.
echoey.
That's a little echo. Tiny bit.
It's really funny.
What now?
Less things like that, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna talk again. All right, so again, that one they're not in character, at least, thank God. But here they are in Funimation Studios saying, penis, hard on. What about hard-ons? What about pole muncher or whatever? I mean, oh my God. What is this? What is this? Are they junior high boys? Like vagina. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? These are grown women, apparently. I know they sound like children. I get it. But these are grown women laughing at literally the phrase, what about hard-ons? It's not even funny. Like, tell a joke. That was less funny than Amy Schumer. And they even had a vagina in there. So, I mean, it's about on par with her comedy, but... Oh, my God. Absolutely ridiculous. So, Funimation, Monica. What are you doing? That's inappropriate workplace behavior, and you know it. That's not a safe work environment. Did you get express consent from the audio engineer and everyone in that room to say vagina and hard-ons and pole muncher or whatever? Rape corner? Were you in your rape corner? Oh my God. How dare you? Very, very silly, right? It's silly. Of course it's silly. Of course it's silly. But the hypocrisy is what? What is it? What? Hypocrisy? Over 9,000? That's impossible! Listen, Vegeta. You've got to turn down your hypocrisy. Anyway. Insanity. And remember, Monica went to HR and complained that Vic ate a jelly bean and said, now I've eaten Monica Rial. Remember that. That is Monica's HR complaint about Vic Mignogna by all the testimony that we have, including Monica, including the investigator, and including Vic. The three people who know what Monica said or who have any idea, I guess, what Monica said to the investigator, of all three of their testimony, the only thing we know about that investigation from Monica, okay? The only thing we know is that Tammy Denbo was investigating, when she called Vic, she was investigating a claim from Monica Rial that he ate a jelly bean and said, now at least I've eaten Monica Rial. Not eaten out, not licked her pink taco, not tongue strode her meat canyon or something like that. No, just that he ate, like Vor consumed Monica Rial. All right? That is the genesis of Monica Rial's complaint to Funimation is a dad joke about a jelly bean. And here she is at Funimation Studios, on Funimation equipment, with other Funimation employees and contractors listening in actively, saying penis, hard-ons, rape corner, pole muncher, all of that stuff. It's all fake. It's all fake. They're lying, and they know they're lying. Why? Why are they lying about Vic? Why are they lying about their feigned offense? These are the real questions. But I think I know some of the answers. I have heard, again from a reliable source. Unfortunately, at this point, my sources have to remain anonymous because they work in an industry that ruins people's entire careers over a joke, right? If you're not the right person, what do? Why do you think my source can't reveal his name? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that these people have knifed other people in their industry and are actively doing so when they don't fit in the clique. My source tells me that Vic was up for a director job. That Vic was up for a director job at Funimation, which would make him an employee, which would make him much more difficult to remove. A different source has told me that Sabat and Monica and maybe some other voice actors have tried to have Vic removed from Dragon Ball Super Broly unsuccessfully during casting. So, what happens? Let's paint the picture here. We want Vic Mignogna removed from Dragon Ball Super Broly because they don't want him to be a director. And by the way, we know Vic moved to Dallas. Now, Vic had been recording pretty much all of his stuff in his own studio in LA and sending it to Dallas, and they would mix it together. Recording on his own for a long time. Moves to Dallas something like 10 days before this happens. Why? I don't actually know this. I would love to know if Vic was in talks about a director job that he was basically assured he was going to get. So he makes a move to Dallas because if he's a director, he's probably going to have to come into the studio more and more. As an employee of Funimation, he would actually have to go to the offices. I'm basing this on a lot of inference based on facts that I have been presented, based on a factual scenario that I've been presented, okay? I don't know this. I haven't gotten this from Vic, and I can't tell you the sources that I've accumulated this facts from. But bear with me. If Vic was going to get a director role, suddenly it makes sense for him to move from LA to the Fort Worth area, or Dallas-Fort Worth area, where Funimation is, right? Suddenly that makes sense because he could keep recording from his own studio in LA. No reason to change. All his friends are in LA or whatever, except for his friends at Funimation. He moves. He's going to get a director role, which means he's going to stick around for a long time. And these guys don't actually like him. In fact, just a month or two before, they had tried to get him removed from Broly. Unsuccessfully. Now, the opportunity presents itself before he's a director to knife him in the back. Uh-oh. Now we've got motive, right? Now I've got a reason to destroy a man. A reason that didn't exist before. And suddenly, 10-year-old things that didn't matter literally, a month or two before matter a whole lot. And a jelly bean joke matters a whole lot more than saying hard-ons and rape corner, penis, vagina, your vagina. Suddenly a jelly bean joke matters more than all of that. Suddenly a jelly bean joke matters more than Chris Sabat doing a 4 3/4 minute audio drama of anal rape and gay sex and incest and child sexual abuse. Like, suddenly a jelly bean joke matters more than that. The question has always been why. I present to you a possible theory that these people were jealous of Vic and he was about to be cemented into his role. Now, I've heard a possible reason why they didn't want him to voice Broly. I don't know if this is true. It doesn't matter if it is. It's not better if this is true. A possible reason they didn't want him to voice Broly, or at least an excuse that they tried to use, which I've heard they've used on other voice actors like Stephanie Nadolny. Who I hear, Stephanie Nadolny, who did she voice? She was, let's see. Stephanie Nadolny. Now, I've heard a couple reasons why Stephanie Nadolny was fired, but what was her, hold on, I'm pulling up her, Dragon Ball. Goku, young Goku, right? Stephanie Nadolny. Now, Stephanie Nadolny was forced to re-audition for her own role, which is a little weird, right? So here's what I've heard. Here's what I've heard. I've heard that there's a tendency among Funimation employees to say, oh, that person's too old to do the voice. Which I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm not familiar with Texas employment law in general, but I think age discrimination might be included. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think it might be, though. But they're saying, so what they may have used as an excuse to try and get Vic off of Broly was, well, he's getting up there in years, and Broly's a demanding role. We don't think his poor old vocal cords could take it. Right? And then that didn't work. So what happens next? Oh my God. Not only are they casting him still, and there's probably going to be some more Broly voice roles coming up, right? Because there's going to be another movie, or there's going to be another series, and Broly's going to be incorporated into it. Not only that, but he's going to be a director, which means he's going to have casting decisions. We got to get him out. What do we got? Hey, Funimation, care to comment? Care to comment? Hey, Toei, wouldn't it be embarrassing if your company was acting in violation of employment law, acting in violation likely of your license agreement, allowing their contracted voice actors to run roughshod over your IP, and most importantly, allowing a competitor that you don't license with to do it and to create this audio drama? I'm going to play it again. Y'all, I told you I was going to. Here you go. Prepare yourself for 5 minutes almost of Chris Sabat, starring, let's see. And coming to you now, our main attraction. Our main attraction, an audio drama involving homosexual rape, coercive anal sex, incest, and child molestation, featuring the voice of Vegeta, and Piccolo, and Guru, and Mr. Popo, and Kami, and Yamcha, Chris Sabat.
Popo, come closer. I feel my time is near, and I've never been with a man before. Apply the sacred ointment, Popo.
Oh, yes, Kami.
Yes, right there. Yeah, oh, that feels so good, Mr. Popo.
I do my best, but Mr. Popo does not fuck.
You must, Popo. It is for me.
Whoa! What's wrong?
Nothing, Yamcha. It's nothing. Mr. Popo and I have a special relationship. Oh, my Popo, he knows how to handle balls. He collected all the balls last time.
No way! Let me have some of that.
It's my ointment. I need it. I need it for Piccolo.
Kami, what's going on here?
I had to use the sacred ointment.
Apply the sacred ointment on me.
No way! I need some.
Bend over, Yamcha.
No! That can't be! Ah!
Yeah, more of that.
No!
Bend over further, Yamcha.
It can't!
Yeah.
Stop it! Bulma!
Yeah.
Bulma! Think of Bulma. I must think of Bulma. No. Release yourself, Yamcha. It is the right thing to do. Popo, tell him.
Yes, it is true. Kami does not lie. He likes big butts. He cannot lie.
Wow! No way! You're right! It feels pretty good. Why don't you try, Mr. Popo?
Okay. No. Oh. 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 I need some more sacred ointment, Kami.
I'm afraid we've run out. The only ointment left is at Korin's tower.
Oh, guys, what the hell's happening here? Let me read your mind. Oh, Jesus Christ. You've been butt-fucking again, haven't you?
It's just the way. The way. You know that Nail is part of me now. We fused. He said he'd like me inside. And I said no, and then he entered me. And I'm much stronger now. And I'm willing to admit it.
Yes, I remember when you were inside me. It was a feeling like I'd never had, Piccolo.
But what about me, Kami?
There's always time for us, Popo. You're my indentured servant forever.
Am I ever going to get paid?
You're paid in flowers and in love, which you lack, Mr. Popo. Let me show you what love is about.
You're right, Kami. It feels so good.
Now, on. Guru, can you hear me?
Yes, my children.
Tell them what love is about.
Well, as I am the father of all Nammers, I believe that sharing is important. Remember Dende?
Oh yes, I remember Dende. Quite a cute little Namek, wasn't he?
Oh yes, I stumped him.
You what?
I stumped him. I had him many times.
No way!
Quiet, Yamcha. Your time is next. I have a special gift for you.
What is it, Guru? You can't die!
I won't die before I give you this gift. Now, bend over, Yamcha.
I don't know. Something's not right here. I feel so strange.
This is a power that comes only from inside and can only be given from the rear.
You're right. I feel so much stronger. I feel like I could kick some ass now.
Yes, but be careful. You may be sore for a while.
Dende, no! Dende, no! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh boy! Mark Nicholas says, what the hell is that annoying laughter? That was during the previous clip. I believe that was Monica Rial. Someone has asked me, they've tagged me, the chat's going a billion miles a minute. It's impossible to keep up. But someone has asked me, Will I tag whatchamacallit, Toei Animation in this clips? I'm gonna make the clips available for everybody right after the show. I'm gonna upload them. I'm gonna tweet out a link to it. I might just put them up on my Google Drive or something. But I think Anime Outsiders offered to host it, and I'll probably... In fact, Cody, if you're watching, I'm gonna upload them to my Google Drive. I'll give you a link to them if you can host them right away. I need someone to host these right away. Host them all over the place. Wherever. Spread it around. This is the news. Okay? Investigative journalism. Funimation is allowing Toei's IP that is licensed to them to be used for this purpose. Not only with Toei's IP, but I believe at least some proprietary sound from Toei Animation. They're allowing licensed material to be used in a way that I think is probably contrary to their license agreement. If I had to guess, I'm going to put all this out. If you guys want to tweet it, look, Toei hit number 5 on trending on Tuesday. I wonder how high Funimation can get. Let's see. Anyway, I need somebody. Cody says the person who updates their site is in bed. You can host them right away. I'm at a radio station. Well, somebody email me. Rekieta Law, Rekieta.org, a site for them. I will upload them and I will provide you a link to them if you can get them up right away. And if there's multiple of you, I'm going to give you all access. I don't need to hold on to this stuff. I don't need it. I've got them locally, and I will share them in the spirit of journalistic integrity. They are shared to the world, and if people want to tweet about them and talk about them and ask questions of Funimation and Sabat or whoever, I think it'd be really funny to see Funimation trend on Twitter in the top 3 with something like that. So let me, let Josh host them on the Kiwi Farms. That's a good idea. Let me see. Tell you what, while we're live here, let me go to my Google Drive. In fact, I'm going to make a new folder in Google Drive right now. We're going to say Funimation audio clips, create. Whoever wants to host these, let's just do it this way. I'm going to put the link to this Google Drive in my in the chat in just a second. As soon as these are uploaded, I'll tell you when. Just a couple minutes. These are not big files. They'll actually be done probably about the time I'm done saying the next couple sentences. And I'm going to share this folder. This folder alone will be shared right in the chat. And you guys can go ahead and do what you will. No reason to hold on to this for me. Share. Oh, wait, no. Get a shareable link. Link sharing on. I got to make sure all of these files are link sharing on. Just a second. I'm turning it on all of them. I don't want any weird stuff going on. Okay. So, what do we got here? Funimation audio clips is shareable. Get that link to the folder. All right, I'm going to post it here in the chat. Don't use your main account. Use a burner? Aw. Aw. Oh, that's a good idea. That really is a good idea. Hold on, just a second. Oh, gosh, I got to do that, don't I? Hold on, we'll have to, It's going to take me a minute. I'm terrible at all this. I'm terrible at all this. Thank you, Super Iron Bob. You're a genius. You're a genius. Let's do this this way. Let me make a Oh gosh. Create account. Okay. We'll get a burner account going here. Optional. I don't care about that. Here we go. Next. I agree. Here we go. We're about to, let's create a, go away. Create folder. Super Iron Bob, you're a champ. Let's see, let's do all this here. Okay. Post a GFM in the meanwhile. That's a good idea. Let's do that. The GoFundMe, whoops, has officially reached $241,000. Even. So amazing, amazing contributions, of course, to the GoFundMe. Let's see, what do we got here? Funimation drops. These are all shareable, I think. Almost there. We're almost there. Bear with the Boomerton window, or whatever. Okay. These are all shareable. Folders shareable. Get shareable link. What? No. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Sacred ointment. Here you go, guys. Here is the Google Drive link to all of the audio. You know, if you want to host it somewhere that people can just link it directly for Twitter and stuff like that, go for it. Go for it. That's up to you. That's up to you. Here you go. Team 4-Leaf Clovers, I just emailed you the link. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Make sure you guys pull those audio files down, grab them locally. Grab them locally. Because I don't know how long that Google account, I mean, it's got nothing attached to me at all. I don't know how long that's going to last. So, and I offer no express warranty or anything else on that Google account that I will literally forget tomorrow. So, there you go. Make sure you grab those audios, Put them up on Twitter. Let's get Funimation trending. Maybe Funimation and Toei Entertainment. I think it'd be very interesting for them to explain what's going on with that and why they keep those audio recordings that are clearly not acceptable in current year. In current year, you're making jokes with the FAG term. You're making incest jokes. Man, current year is brutal on these people. Let's see if they want to have that up there. Let's see. Here, I'll put the link up a couple times. To the mods, feel free to spam this link every so often. If you want. Quota exceeded. Quota doesn't work. What are you talking about? It should work. I have access to it. Download quota exceeded. Somebody's got it. Right? Let's see. Quota is easy to bypass. Just copy it to your own drive. You guys overloaded it. Oh, wait. I just realized I was showing my own drive. Good job. Good job, me. That's fine. Make a copy on their drive and it'll work. There you go. Let's see. I'm not going to make another one. Put it on Mega. Hold on. Should we just do this for the rest of the stream? Upload it somewhere. How do I put it on Mega? What is Mega? Secure cloud storage service with 50 gigabytes free storage space. There we go. Oh, I gotta like make a thing. I don't want to make a thing. Hold on. Where should we upload these things? You want the Chi-Chi hentai? All right. I'll play that one again. While we figure this out.
Go on. Go on. Go on. I was like, yes! Yes! I was just like, right there!
Oh my goodness. It's on the farms already. Don't worry about it. There you go. If it's already on the farms, I don't care. Thank you, the Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms has it uploaded. Perfect. You guys, somebody's got it. I'm not going to deal with anything else. I'm not going to put it on my SoundCloud, though. Already uploaded the farms. There you go. Thank you to the humble farmer of fuzzy fruit that did that. Now I know it's not going anywhere. What? You guys disturbed by this?
Go on. Go on. Go on. I was like, yes! Yes! I was just like, right there!
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes! Faggot, faggot, fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag. I do have one more request. It has to do with our training regime. Will you guys suck me off until I come all over your faces?
Did I not play that one? I think I forgot to play that one.
I do have one more request. It has to do with our training regime. Will you guys suck me off until I come all over your faces?
Seems like it.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes! Faggot, faggot, fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag.
There you go. There you go. Again, share it around. Share it around. Let's see what happens. Let's get Funimation. Let's get Funimation trending on Twitter. Listen, there are 10,000 of you watching. That's top 3 on Twitter, period. I'm not asking you to do it, but I'm just saying if everybody did, that'd be a very quick way to get it trending on Twitter. So, you know, that'd be. Plus, think of here's the real comedy, right? Scott Barretto monitors their entire social media, right? That's his job. Any social media regarding Funimation, Scott Barretto. That poor schmuck is gonna wake up in the morning and go, oh, let's see what's happening on Twitter today. Get my call. Dear Christ, what is this? What is this? Oh my goodness. All right, let's well, how many more pages of document is this? Oh, they got supplemental motions. Oh, they got letters from Wick Phillips. Great. Let's get through this. You need a hashtag to rally? What I don't know. What hashtag works? F funny? Hashtag F funny? Hashtag not funny. That's pretty funny. I don't know what I like. Unlike Mars Girls, like, I'm not good at hashtags. I'm literally not good at hashtags. I don't know anything about. My hashtags are always like 35 characters long because I just make a joke with them. I'm not actually good at it. Let's see. Hashtag TO Toei, like to Toei or something. But then that doesn't trend Funimation, does it? I don't know. Funny leaks. That's good. Funny leaks. Or just hashtag Funimation. Or just at Funimation in all of them. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not good at internet brigading. I don't have like 20 years of angsty new feminist training in this. What do we do with this? I'm gonna get you. You thought the Goku was worse? This Goku was worse?
I do have one more request. It has to do with our training regime. Will you guys suck me off until I come all over your faces?
Nicholas Smith says, a director job? That appears to be malice to me. Toei, if you are listening, I always preferred Peter Kalamis and Brian Drummond, the voice for Goku and Vegeta before Schemmel and Sabat anyways. So there he goes. So just start tweeting. Look, one of them's gonna take off. You don't have to ask me what it is. I don't know. You guys will do it. I'll start retweeting them when I get off the stream or whatever. But have fun with it. Have fun, right? They recorded these for fun. They produced them and edited them and put in proprietary content for fun, for funny. That's why they did it. Because it's funny. And it is. Make no mistake. This is funny stuff. I find this hilarious. Why don't they put it on their DVDs? I wonder. Funnygate. Hashtag Funnygate. That's pretty good. Cesario JPN, since my last $20 super chat somehow got lost in the abyss, I suggest hashtag the sacred ointment. Cesario, did I miss yours? It didn't come through on my end, buddy, so hopefully you weren't charged on that. I hope not. I really hope not. All right, guys. Let me read through the rest of these documents. I know the main purpose of the stream has been achieved. But for those of you who are here for the normal activity on this channel, whatchamacallit, let's get through the rest of the documents. This document. Okay. So let's see what they've got. TCPA does not bar supplementation of timely filed motions. See if they've got a citation on this. I don't know that they do. Plaintiff has not cited any statutory provision within the TCPA that bars supplementation, and none of his cases support the assertion that after a timely filed TCPA motion to dismiss, the movement can neither amend nor supplement. Citation: none of the cases cited by plaintiffs stand for the proposition that supplementation or amendment of a timely filed TCPA motion is improper or should be stricken. See Braun versus Gordon, movement must timely file the motion and seek a hearing, i.e. failure to timely seek the hearing. Jordan v. Hall, movement must timely file the motion, i.e. failure to timely file the motion. Miller-Weisbrod, LLP versus Lamas Sephoro says movement must timely file the motion, i.e. failure to timely file the motion. Notice none of those actually say that they can supplement. The reason plaintiff cannot find cases to support his theory is it is odds with the purpose of the TCPA and its discovery and timing components. Citing counsel for Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei raised these issues in an email to plaintiff's counsel, hoping to avoid this mess. See Exhibit A. Rather than address the issues substantively, counsel's curt response was, "You can read our motion when we filed it." Remarkably, plaintiff failed to address any of these issues in the motion to strike. He doesn't have to address your email motions in the motion to strike, or email issues in the motion to strike. He doesn't have to. All he has to do is support his own motion, which he actually has done. I'm not sure that you've supported anything in your motion yet. In contrast, the El Paso Court of Appeals rejected a similar attempt to artificially create a TCPA response deadline by judicial fiat. See MVS International Corp. Versus International Advert. In MVS, the non-movement filed a response to a TCPA motion to dismiss on the very day of the hearing. This is completely different, you cuck! The El Paso Court of Appeals rejected the movement's timeliness objection because it would force the courts to create new procedures outside of the procedures created by the Texas legislature. But no, 19. In any event, had the legislature intended a formal response deadline, such as with summary judgments, it could have included such a provision. We are not empowered to create such a rule by judicial fiat. We do not write rules by opinion. That's way different. That's way different. That they moved, or they, what was it? Filed a response to a TCPA on the day of the hearing. So they responded on the day of the hearing. And objected to timeliness on the day of the hearing. That's Alvarado versus Farah Manufacturing says nothing defined process, noting defined process for rulemaking. We also note that the trial court allowed appellants an opportunity to file a written reply addressing the affidavit before it decided the motion. We therefore considered the affidavit as part of the record. That's the closest one they've got. However, the trial court allowed appellants an opportunity to file a written reply addressing the affidavit. That's not what happened here. They filed their affidavits after that motion to extend or whatever. This court should adopt that reasoning and deny the motion to strike. They're making their argument here, but it's completely unsupported by case law. Completely unsupported. Hold on, I'm making sure. There you go. Can't find the clips. Oh, it's got to still be there, right? Yeah, here you go. I'll post it again, although the quote is probably exceeded. You can check on Kiwi Farms. KiwiFarms.net. We'll have the clips somewhere. Was I supposed to post the link to the audio clips on Twitter? You can do that. I don't care. Here we go. Okay, back to it. TCPA requires liberal construction. Amendments or supplementation are inherent to the TCPA structure. Multiple cases, including two cited by plaintiffs, stand for the proposition that the TCPA is interpreted liberally and does not abrogate other relevant texts, rules, or defenses. See Hearst newspapers, noting liberal construction required, and Grant versus Pivot Tech, same thing. Quote, because the trial court allowed discovery, allowed the trial court to extend the hearing date, but the trial court hasn't allowed discovery in this. Although BioT contends section 27.004 must be invoked at the time the trial court authorizes limited discovery under section, which the trial court did not do in this instance, BioTE cites no authority for that position. We have found none. We decline to impose that requirement on the trial courts. We will construe a deadline statute differently than our default rules prescribe when the legislature clearly tells us to do so, such as by telling us that the default rules do not apply to the particular deadline statute. Instead of that, though, the TCPA itself tells us it does not abrogate or lessen any other defense, remedy, immunity, or privilege available under other constructional, statutory, case, or common law or rule provisions, and it shall be construed liberally to effectuate its purpose and intent fully. Good luck. Good luck. You tagged me on Twitter in that? Somebody's tagged me on Twitter with the upload. Hold on. Oh, sorry. It's not a different one. Let's see. All of the audio clips. Oh, that's not, that doesn't have a link to the, that's good. I'll retweet that. That's just all the audio clips. You're getting in real time how bad I am at Twitter. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Feminism fiction has a tiny URL, not funny. Open that one. What's this one go to? That's the Google Drive link. I'll retweet that, but that's not the one. Let's see. Oh, Retro History Z. My man. My man. Thank you, buddy. Here you go. Here's a link to all the audio that at Toei Animation might care about from at Funimation. Let's see how that works. Hashtag. What was the hashtag? Not funny? For the funny? What was it? What was the hashtag? Have you guys decided on a hashtag yet? Oh, don't worry, it's coming back. It's coming back. Listen to Joshua. Keep it simple, everyone, and only use the 3 tags, #Toei, #Funimation, #FunnyLeaks. That's a good idea. So #Toei, #Funimation, #FunnyLeaks. All right, if you guys want to retweet my retweet, there it is. There it is. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try and retweet as many of these as I can. #NotFunny is out there. Very good. Very good. I think it's very funny. I don't know if #NotFunny is appropriate. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I keep getting wrapped up in this, and we got to get through the stream. Let's see. RA says, I'm a Zoomer, just a Zoomer, but I remember a time when all you'd have to do was put this on 4chan and then watch it unfold. Now you get banned. So glad we stopped publicly beating degenerates and started celebrating them instead. Angel Ren 89 says, I propose a hashtag Toei should be watching. And then Joshua, I just read Joshua's. Okay. Forget About It Inc. and versus Biot Medical says, rejecting non-movement's challenge to the timeliness of the TCPA hearing when the application Texas Rules of Civil Procedure 4 made the hearing timely. That the TCPA does not abrogate other rules, such as Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, undermines plaintiff's assertion that Ms. Rial and Ms. Toei cannot add new affirmative defenses after they filed their TCPA motion. Nor does plaintiff explain how he suffers any harm by having to respond to their affirmative defenses of consent/invitation or the effect of the Communications Decency Act. Your Communications Decency Act argument is pretty much dumb. These rules include Texas Rules of Civil Procedure 62 to 65 allowing amendments and Texas Rules of Civil Procedure 69 allowing supplementation. See Gibson versus Park Cities Ford. An amended motion for summary judgment supersedes and supplants the previous motion, which may no longer be considered. Doesn't talk about the timeliness of that amended motion, though. Had the legislature intended to prevent supplements or amendments, it would not have explicitly stated the TCPA is to be liberally construed. That's a bold stretch. Bold stretch. Considering in other places they actually incorporate, specifically they say that you can supplement up to a specific date. Moreover, the legislature did not include any language barring supplements or amendments in the TCPA. Ruben says, hi, Nick. Loved you since the beginning. You can read this at the end. Oh, no, I can't. It's $20. I got to read it now. But it's about my mother getting a ticket for an illegal turn in California. Should I fight it? And should I use a service like offtherecord.com? I have no idea if you should use a service offtherecord.com. Fighting it, here's my opinion on statutory violations of petty misdemeanors like traffic tickets. They're very hard to win, but sometimes merely fighting it can get you a better deal. Always go in and get your hearing and see if you can negotiate something with the prosecutor. The worst case is you pay the ticket when you go in to negotiate. Now, if you ask for a trial, there's some other stuff like you might have to pay court costs and stuff like that. You have to weigh that out. But always go into the prosecutor and say, look, is there any way I can keep this off my record? If they say no, then no, and you pay the ticket anyway. They say yes, which they often do. They give you a plea deal. And you say, okay, I won't speed again for 6 months. And then you pay the ticket and it's off your record. Go check it out. Always go check it out. As for the service, offtherecord.com, I have no idea. Naturally follows that supplements and or amendments to a timely filed TCPA motion further the explicit purpose of the TCPA, which quote, is to encourage and safeguard the constitutional rights to the maximum extent permitted by law and at the same time protect the rights of a person to file meritorious lawsuits for a demonstrable injury. Sure it does. If plaintiff has a meritorious lawsuit, he in turn has no fear of amendments or supplements, but should accept that discovery is completely foreclosed to him outside of a further amendment and further delay, adding further cost to his meritorious lawsuit that you guys are delaying even though you know you're going to get boned. But should a last-minute change operate as a surprise, he has the protections contained in TRCP 70, which operates to stop surprise amendments and supplements, and 27.004A to C. Continuance is up to 120 days, which no one's asked for a continuance, including you, allowing any party to take discovery. TCPA practically guarantee the necessity of amendments or supplements. No, they don't. You're making that up. Because allowing discovery, no one has asked for discovery. That's what you're missing. You haven't asked for additional discovery, and neither has he. Sometimes you don't do that because that means you get to foreclose the extension of time. That's what you're ignoring, isn't it? Lemoyne. Means additional briefing to condense and articulate that evidence. It is illogical and counter to the liberal interpretation of the TCPA to permit a movement to take discovery and extend the hearing date, only to then debar her from amendment. No one has done that. You're conflating arguments. Very weird here, Lemoyne. I think you were worried. I think Lemoyne's a little bit afraid of what's going to happen on the 6th. What do you guys think? You think Lemoyne's a little bit scared of what's going to happen on September 6th? I do. I think he might be a little worried that he's going to get Yamcha'd by Guru. Plaintiff suffered no harm from the supplements. Oh, except that he incurs additional cost and there's a hard limit on his time to respond, so that's not true. From a timing perspective, the latest date for the hearing on the Funimation motion to dismiss is October 29th. Nope, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's the latest date once someone requests discovery, which no one has. You're lying, Lemoyne. J. Sean Lemoyne is lying to the court and misrepresenting the procedural background of this case over and over and over again. And the last date for the hearings for Rial and Toei and Markey is November 18th. Rather than exercise his available TCPA remedies, such as seeking discovery or at a later hearing date. By the way, the court has to find cause for the additional discovery. It's not like the court just grants it if you're asking for it. They have to find good cause. Lemoyne has no cause to request additional discovery, and Tai hasn't. Rather than exercise his available TCPA remedies, such as seeking discovery or a later hearing date, but see, you're putting that requirement on him, which he doesn't have to do. Plaintiff instead claims prejudice. It is prejudicial. He doesn't need additional discovery. But he also doesn't need you supplementing your motions and filing a motion the day before his deadline. Why are you doing that, Lemoyne? Are you trying to cause undue delay? Kind of looks like it. Waiving those remedies exposes his argument as little more than fear of the evidence and defense is offered, which is not a legal basis to strike the Rial Toei motion to dismiss. I think you're afraid, Lemoyne. I think you're afraid. I think you're very afraid. Let's see. How's this doing? Let's see what's trending. Trending, are we trending yet? Not quite yet. We'll see. See how it goes. Kaki Onsai says, I can guarantee that Jay Sean is worried. His post on Twitter today pretty much telegraphed it. Joseph Sean, I screw with motions because I can't find my lotion. Lemoyne is about to lose his 6th TCPA and he's doing Hail Marys. I think so. Yeah, mods, if you could post links in the chat, that'd be great. That'd be great. Hold on. Now I gotta pull my windows back up, sorry. Keep getting distracted. I got the liquor ADD. Good cause exists to allow the supplementation. Why do you need good cause, Lemoyne? You can just do it, right? You can just do it. What are you talking about good cause for? Although there is no TCPA bar to supplementation, there's no TCPA permission for supplementation either. To the extent the court believes such a provision is implied, the court should, consistent with TCPA 27.003A, allow Miss Rial and Miss Toei to supplement for good cause. Rial Toei motion to dismiss was timely filed as to all claims, rather than further delay the hearing by seeking an extension pursuant to this. And because there's no statutory bar to supplementation, the undersigned counsel chose to supplement rather than seek leave to conduct additional discovery. Extend the hearing and then supplement. Why? You could do that. Is it because you haven't complied with discovery, you lying cuck? You got a discovery problem? Compliance problem? This decision was not the result of conscious indifference or neglect, but rather to minimize additional costs related to taking several additional depositions. Who else are you going to depose, Lemoyne?
We were going to take several additional depositions to prove that Vic was a public figure. Even though we swear to God he is, he definitely is.
And other ongoing expenses to Miss Rial and Miss Toei. Good cause exists for supplementation given the lack of clarity in the TCPA. Wait, I thought it was very clear. You just said it was very clear. In the dispositive nature of the proffered evidence and defenses is not harmful to plaintiff given the array of relief available. Actually, the funny thing is, the lack of here's the thing. If Vic loses at TCPA, case over, dismissed with prejudice. If Lemoyne loses at TCPA, case goes on. There's no prejudice to the defendants for losing at TCPA. Absolutely zero. But it's only dispositive for the plaintiff. Lemoyne's ignoring that key fact. This is highly, highly prejudicial to the plaintiff to lose at TCPA. So the plaintiff should be afforded every single advantage. The plaintiff is a non-moving party, so all issues need to be resolved in the plaintiff's favor, all factual issues. And it's dispositive only for the plaintiff, which means that any statutory interpretation should actually be construed liberally to effectuate the purpose, which is to file a meritorious lawsuit, not to allow the defendants to muddy the waters of what the TCPA says, to distract the judge and to overburden the plaintiff with frivolous motions causing undue delay. That's actually in there, Lemoyne, you cuck lying sack of shit, and you know it. You know this motion, filed the night before Ty's deadline, is calculated in specifics to cause undue delay, to imply that he had some duty to further delay the TCPA by requesting discovery that he doesn't need. And you've been granted all sorts of extensions to your deadlines this entire time. You're a liar. You're a coward. You're a bad lawyer. You should really, really be fired. And I'm gonna laugh if you lose. Because if you lose, Mr. TCPA expert, I'm going to laugh for an hour straight, live. And I'm going to invite the world to laugh with me. And it's going to be great. So here's all this new stuff. Exhibit A. So, Ty Beard, where are we? Is this in order? It's in order. Counsel, you guys have filed multiple documents purporting to supplement your TDMA motions to dismiss. I think he means TCPA, but be advised that we believe this is improper since you are all well past your TCPA filing deadlines. Therefore, we will be filing a motion to strike and to order no further such filings this week. We will attempt to set hearing as soon as possible. Please advise if you are willing to withdraw all of these post hoc filings or if you will oppose our motion.
Mr. Beard.
This is from Jay Sean.
I've actually spent some time considering the issue lately. Someone raised the issue online. Would like to review your motion prior to filing. Please send it to me. You may convince me with case law I've not seen.
Oh, fuck off.
However, it seems to me that the structure of the TCPA allows for a motion and discovery, which would obviously then require supplementation of the results of the discovery.
No one made the motion, and you can't force him to ask for good cause. You're a liar, Jay Sean. You can't force the other party to take on a remedy they don't need for the purpose of delay. Because if he took on a discovery remedy and extended for not conducting discovery, then it would merely be to induce delay, and you would oppose it. You're a liar. You're really bad at lying, but you're a liar.
There's no mention of briefing deadlines in the statute, and the reference to pleadings and affidavits also does not have any corresponding timeline. If you were to look to the new rules, it actually has a new structure akin to Rule 166AC motion, again without any restriction on supplementation.
Jay Sean, shut up, son.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes! Faggot, faggot, fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag.
Oh, rude.
Moreover, the statute is dynamic in that while it has a hard, emphasis on hard, deadline for filing the initial motion, it has flexibility on the hearing, creating a potential 210-day structure from the service of the lawsuit to ruling, not counting a preliminary good cause extension. See agreed order in this case, dated June 18th. That structure allows for discovery, which in turn allows for arguments and defenses to get developed, which by their nature includes supplementation.
Except no one made the motions.
Having read quite a few TCPA cases, I'm not aware of any case law that says supplementation, in particular 30 days before the hearing, is improper. Are you aware of any statutory authority or case law that prevents supplementation?
You aware of any that grants it? You aware of any that grants it? Look at how long-winded on text, short-winded in breath.
Seems to me that the structure of the TCPA allows for a motion and discovery, which would obviously then...
You already... Oh my god, I can't read this. I can't read this. I can't do it. I can't. Rackets, I've just seen the hashtag justice for Dende. I'm dying, damn it. Oh no. Oh no. Thanks, Adam GBK1. There's no, I can't do the Jay Sean voice this long. It's going to take me 10 years. If you were to look at the new rules, it actually has a new, yeah. You don't have the new rules. Does he repeat that? He has the exact same paragraph here and here, basically. He has a different opening statement, and then look at that. Do you guys see this? There's no mention of briefing. There's no mention of briefing. He copied and pasted his own statement after the initial sentence. Weirdo. Weirdo. Certainly there is no basis for plaintiff to claim ambush, given you have exactly 30 days from today to research and respond to TCPA motions, more than you would get under Rule 166A and under the new revisions. While it seems that your argument is one that you should advance in your briefing, if you feel the need to file a motion, Monica Rial and Rontoya are opposed. Alternatively, I'm guessing the defendants are willing to agree to a drop-dead date for final supplementation. Yeah, it's called your filing date. That's it. Because they didn't... Here's the thing that he's ignoring. Nothing requires them to wait until the last day to file their motion, which they did. They could have filed a week earlier and then supplemented over the next 7 days. And then no one would have grounds to complain. They waited till the last day to file, which is fine. But then you foreclose your supplementation. Ms. Rial and Ms. Toei would agree to a 21 days prior to September 6th. Conversely, are you opposed to Ms. Rial and Mr. Toei's motion for leave to supplement pursuant? Of course. If you have a basis to oppose such leave, please advise. Here, how's this basis? You're a West Nile-ridden cuck. Nobody likes you. You're an unlikable person, and you're a terrible lawyer. There you go. Unfortunately, if you want to proceed without letting me first review your motion, which I assume you've already drafted, I'm not available for telephonic hearings this week. I'm available next week and would prefer an in-person hearing before the court on our dueling motions. Now, of course, we know that a motion was not set because the court was not available until September 6th. Missed my last justice chat? Angel Rin. I haven't read any justice chats below $20 yet. So I haven't missed it. I just haven't done it. But I will. Or did you happen to fall asleep when you read mine? I will read it in just a little bit. I don't see it. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to read the rest of these. Did we already read these? Wait.
Ty, I need to see your motion to strike supplemental filing. I need to. I need to. Like Chi-Chi.
Go on. I'm like, yes! I was just like, right there!
I assume it will point out the case law. I need to see it. I gotta see it.
I assume it will point out the case law and statutory provisions you are relying on. I tried to be thoughtful below. You tried. That's funny.
I tried to be thoughtful.
Was it an effort to be thoughtful, Lemoyne? What's wrong with you?
Expected some reciprocation. This is, for the record, the third time you've raised an issue. One, quashing the Shark Jock's deposition.
Which you haven't pursued.
And the continuing sanctions to strike. And I've responded substantively.
Have you? Here's my substance for you.
I do have one more request. It has to do with our training regime. Will you guys suck me off until I come all over your faces?
That's my response to your substantive response. You can read our motion when we filed it. Attaboy, Ty. My favorite response.
To quote the great wargamer Sun Tzu, noted.
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Oh my goodness. That's the most embarrassing email he could send. Because if you don't remember, of course, Ty has stated he's a wargamer. Ty has said in response to Jay Sean Lemoyne, noted, right? When Jay Sean had some sarcastic line, Ty said, noted. That's it. So he's borrowing Ty's own line, then trying to throw in a barb about him being a wargamer, and then I guess implicating Sun Tzu for some reason, like invoking Sun Tzu to say noted. That's levels of meta-cuckery that these are levels of meta-cuckery that I never thought possible. What the hell is this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Come up with your own snarky line. All right. Listen, I've got Funimation's response, which I assume is better. It's 1:42. Let's read super chats and end this. Reminder. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Tonight, I'm gonna do a little bit of Twitch tonight. Whoa. I'm gonna do a little bit of Twitch tonight. Oh man, close the wrong thing. After this, I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't know how long it's gonna be to do Twitch.
Well, you know, I wouldn't keep anything from my fans. Not even this gorgeous cock.
Not even this gorgeous. Ha! Wouldn't keep anything from my fans. Ha 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 ha! Not even this gorgeous cock.
Oh my god. Ugh. So we're gonna do some Twitch, but what was I gonna say? Tomorrow, 11 p.m. Central Time, Andy Signor dealing with a similar issue. He's got a Kickstarter that we'll talk about. I don't know what it's all about. I'm actually not too familiar with Andy's case or issue or whatever happened to him. He's going to explain it to me. So come check that out. It'll be a daytime chill stream, probably only an hour to 2 hours. And I will probably not have a live stream tomorrow night, although I may. It really depends on my ability to get internet where I'm going to be. So there you go. Play Wizard of Legend. I looked at Wizard of Legend. I'm probably going to buy it, but not tonight. 11 a.m. tomorrow. Did I say p.m.? So you say p.m. 11 a.m. It will be in the middle of the day, lunchtime. That stuff. I said p.m. Dang it! I said p.m. Oh my goodness.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes. Faggot, faggot, fag, fucking fag. My son's a fag.
I'm so used to saying p.m. that it's 11 a.m. is what I'm talking about, okay? So, Do you ever not travel? No, I'm traveling all the flipping time this year. It's crazy. I love. I got my house that I love to be in with my stuff, my recording studio. All of that is here, and I love that. I'm traveling more than ever this year. So, let's see. We're trending now. We're trending. Oh man, that's not good. What do we got here? I don't see it yet. Where are we trending? Where are we trending? I'm not seeing it, guys. I've got Apple Card, which is promoted. Lana, Rockwell, Critical Role, Utah, Feral Inoculum, whatever that is. Oh, that's Tool. Utes, Holy War, Cinnamon Girl, Team Wit, Gophers, Queen of the South, SDSU, Tristan Huntley, Coco Goff, Happiness is a Butterfly, Javier, and Kalani. That's all I got on trending. I don't know what you guys have. Maybe I screwed that up, but I don't see it on there yet. So I'll look for it though. It's in the US. I've got United States trends. That's what I've got. I don't know. Maybe Twitter hates me. I don't want to go to personalized trend. Oh, it's number 20. I've only got to number 18 for whatever reason. So it's number 20. We'll see. We'll see. Kick it up under the Funimation tag. For some reason, mine only shows up to 20. Yeah, let me, I'm going to make another tweet. Hey. Here, I'll put it up on screen. We're doing it live. We're composing tweets live. We're live. Here you go. Here we go. Goodness gracious. Do we have this pulled up? Okay. Hey, at Funimation. Heard about the hashtag funny leaks? Hashtag funnygate. Audio that at Toei Animation might be interested in. Sorry to hear about your predicament. Kinda weird. This looks like it directly contradicts. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this into the tweet. And where's the Twitter? Contradicts your employee handbook. Have fun explaining that in court and to your licensor at Toei. Okay, I'll just change that to sorry to hear about that. Let's do this. Let's just change this to weird. Hashtag Toei. Is it Toei IC? I don't think it's Toei IC. It's Toei. There we go. Tweet. There we go. That's fun. Okay, back to this. Back to this. Okay. Okay. Very sincere. Very sincere. Adam GBK says, you put hashtag justice for Dende in right now. I'm going to do that when I tweet out that specific link. Kairotan says, funny how he mentions no basis on ambush filings except his current filing. Well, you know. Message you on Twitter where I put all the audio together. Awesome. There you go. Oh my goodness. Hold on. What do we got? What's happening here? Oh, this is funny to me. What do we got? Oh, it's killing me. I gotta stop looking at it. I gotta stop. Let's see. Oh, it's trending now. Okay, I'll look at one more thing. We got. I still don't have. I've got the same ones. Let me refresh. Oh, Funimation. There it is. Number 13. Number 13. I wonder how high it will climb. Okay. All right. Let's read these super chats, okay? Let's read these super chats and justice chats. There's a whole bunch of them. So if you are someone who pieces out at this time, thank you for watching tonight. Come check out Andy Signor tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. It's not the normal show time, but come check it out. Hear what he has to say. I've been wanting to get him on this week, but I had all this juicy stuff. I don't know why I would want to.
Hey, look at those faggot-ass clothes.
Other stuff.
Fag,
We've got,
fucking fag.
I've got just all this other stuff that I've had to deal with. You know, like Toei beating women. Toei. Yeah, Ron Toei beating women. And we've got this, these audio drops and all of that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and read these super chats and justice chats, and then we're gonna go to Twitch. Probably be 30 minutes or so. Okay. Oh, and for good measure.
Go on. I was like, yes! I was just like, right there!
Right there, go on. Okay. So let's read these cheats. Ziggy Mandar says, Ron, make a tweet, then break your teeth, Toye. Ron, ruin a career, then clot your ear, Toye. Ron, soy down my throat, beat you with my remote, Toye. Come on. The remote got me. Mario Carter 13 says, Goku's heavy clothing is weighted by fig juices. D says, since Mars Girl can't shut her pie hole, I say we invite her to the party. She's one of the original instigators after all. Kiwi goes, I wonder how Mars Girl feels about these recordings. Let's see. Since Kiwi goes live says, I know the identity of Ron Toye's transcriber. No, you don't. Kiwi goes live. It's me, Rackets. It was me all along, Rackets. You bought it. You all bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. D says, I like how Mike Dunford went from Vic loses at TCPA to any competent lawyer knows Vic can say he didn't do it in a sworn affidavit and wins a TCPA. Yeah, that's because Dunford's an idiot. Agrilith says, pin my timestamps. I got a haircut today. When I got home, my wife, who's 8 years younger, said, hi, Nazi. So this is your fault somehow, but not really. I'm 38. She turned 30 this year. No kids yet. Oh, get some kids, man. I'm just kidding. You do what's right for your relationship. Ordo Null says, Leighton Goten. Burned Out Nerd says, my body is ready for this audio, lol. Ordo Null says, Gohan. Alabaster Scarf says, hey, Rackets, last night was my first time listening live, and tonight is my first super chat. Please be gentle. Hey, thanks, Alabaster. I'm always gentle. Much more gentle than Piccolo. Kilroy was here, says, hail Nick Rekieta, or as the CC say, Nick Ricotta. Matthew McCloskey says, hey man, first super chat. Hey, thank you. I got my driver's test this morning. Instead of sleeping, I'm playing SMT3 and watching you. You are seriously the best, Nick. Hey, thanks, buddy. Ish says, victory! Black and Soul. KV is like a parent whose kid is the bully, but they refuse to believe their child is the bully, even when the principal shows a discipline report. Toei Japan is Toei Anime Info. Poor other Toei. We'll have to hit that. We'll have to hit that. Joshua, you got a second $20 one? Where is that? Is that there? I thought I read yours. Hold on. I'm gonna have to find that. Joshua. Okay, your second one is, Nick, tell your mods to do their jobs. Do your jobs, mods! And link directly to the tweets you made so that the slackers can one-click retweet the tweet. Do your stinking jobs, mods, and listen to Joshua. That guy knows what he's doing. Oh, let me find that. Let me find out where I was. What? Here we go. All right. Kilroy was here, says, Hail Nick Rekieta. Oh, wait, I read that one. I, Marcus Cicero, says, will you ever update the podcast feed? I will, Marcus. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and get someone to help me with that because I'm so bad at it. So I've got a guy who can probably do it. I just need to give him access to some stuff. And I apologize profusely from the bottom of my heart. Not even a meme apology. I really do want to have it updated, and I'm just so bad at doing it. E says they called Vic homophobe and racist. Hypocrites. Yes. Ish says kiss anime nibbas. Voltic Enigma says hashtag no more funny business. SM Scorx89 says Crunchyroll. That's not good. Adam Sheehan is the director of events over there, and he threw Todd Abercorn and Vic under the bus. Mega Lord ZXA says it's funny someone the dubbed anime funny did has been showing up on Crunchyroll. Evan Rogers says Goldberg voice. Hey funny, you're next. I don't know if that's a Goldberg voice. I haven't heard his voice in so long. Takaki Onsai says Crunchyroll is as bad as Funimation. Adam Sheehan has dunked on both Vic and Todd. Could possibly one of the big three, Iago, Igor, or Renfield. Ear Juice says, can you post to download the audio, sir, so parody channels can get what they need? I did, buddy. Did that. Steve DeJohn says, Nick, I wanted to offer Vic a cigar at RockCon. Any recommendations? Maybe based on what you tie. He had an Anime Matsuri. His favorite is a Cuba Cuba acid cigar with a blue label. You know what? Whoop. If you're still here, don't leave. Second. If you are looking to offer Vic a cigar, this is his favorite cigar, Cuba Cuba, acid, the blue label. They taste like candy. There you go. That's his favorite cigar. Sublin says, are we going to hear Vegeta talk about the Zionist agenda at midnight? Gosh, that would have been great. Wing012 says, Rekieta is going prime time. Pyroceptive. I just did a massive prank that is more than a prank? What are you talking about? Pyroceptive says, thank you, Nick, for all you have done. Let's give them hell. I can't believe he has said this. They need to get a slap on the wrist for being hypocrites or worse. Alex Halo says, Crunchyroll just hasn't made enough people mad yet. I don't know anything about Crunchyroll. Not at all. So don't get me wrong. I'm not like endorsing them. I don't subscribe to Crunchyroll. I don't know anything about it. I just think it's funny because they're coming to Funimation's competitor to negotiate contracts or to at least have a talk with them this weekend. So good time. Alex Blackfoot. I'm watching the Greer streams and just wow. Oh man, those are great. I love those. God, I want to do more of those. If you haven't checked out the Russell Greer streams, you got to check them out. Ninja Work 111 says, Jesus Christ, don't kill Team 4-Star. They are Inno. Is anybody innocent in this world? Is anybody innocent in this world? Is Hailson. Alex Halo says Team 4-Star have said they don't call themselves a nonprofit anymore because they do make money now. His Hailson says, as someone who followed Team 4-Star for a long time, I can say there were at least 3 times they had their YouTube nuked by Toei, and every time it's been Funimation to the rescue. Sharky says, what do you think of High Guardian Spice? I don't think of High Guardian Spice. He says, Crunchyroll prob purging servers like crazy now. Omega Ben says, hi Nick, first time I can catch you live, so here's something while I'm at it. Hey, thanks buddy. Svenger McSpazzy says, just remember you referred to Soye as a Mrs., not that it's not true. Now here's a piece of medical payments for the alcohol poisoning. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Drew Kilborn says, hey Mr. Rekieta, don't forget the chat I sent you about the little boy with meningitis. Bam hit goal, but will have ongoing expenses due to possible brain damage. Could use all the help they can get. Hope you're well today. I'll tweet it out, buddy. I'll tweet it out. Can't you Mike says, first time super chat. Thank you. These are, I don't know how I missed these, but Can't you Mike says, first time super chat. Usually use the stream to pass time at work. Thanks for the talk about guns, weird Japanese law games, and getting me interested in Vic's deal when I never looked into it prior to checking the stream out. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you. Rogue says, expand dong. RA says, the last time hoes and degenerates got BFO'd this hard, we got a justice on the Supreme Court. Ninja Work 111 says, how can you verify these clips are real? These clips are from Funimation servers. Directly. So, I don't know what to tell you. These are Funimation's clips. I don't know. I guess you could say that I made them, but that's not true. Mac and Liberty says, excuse me, I thought this was a family-friendly show, Nick. Hey, reality is family-friendly sometimes. Oh, how are we doing on Twitter? How are we doing over there? Doing on Twitter. I'm at number 10 on trending on US. Not on personal trending, but on US in general. So keep it up. Keep it up. I'm laughing. I'm nothing but laughing. Such a happy, laughy person. Let's see. Siphons 92 says incest is wincest. No. 99 Iron Duke says Texas John Wayne and Ty Beard. Turbo says, yo man, play the clips. Have just come in. The more you play, the more it's going to circulate. And I want to see this stream get to 15K viewers. Crazy. We didn't get to 15K, but we did break 12, I think, which is insane. And Fantasy says, don't hate on Chi-Chi, you scrub. It's not incest if you just turn the volume off. Kalinka Pavlova says, I made it. Vodka ready. Disdain face on. Young Knight says, Funimation also does these kind of blooper jokes with their anime Sword Art Online, but we never hear from them about those. And again, I mean, Toei loves Dragon Ball. Mario Carter 13 says, Vegeta is the bottom of the pecking order. The Lewisburg top commenter says, dude, oh my god, what is going on? Ha ha ha. That guy says, Toei, do not let them shame your work. Brett Wyatt says, but remember everyone, Vic is the one who is sexually unhinged. Kalinka Pavlova says, I can't believe they disrespect the LGBT like that. Italian Love Cake says, Chris Sabat made low-budget DBZ porno. Slow clap. Mario Carter 13 says, if clip more than 4 hours, con slut a doctor. Zayray says, stop, Yamcha, no! Banana Tardis, thank you. Punish Creepswork says, that was terrible fanfic come to life. Mac and Liberty says, the gift is what degenerates refer to as AIDS, by the way. So that is a whole new level of messed up. Oh, man. Goofus Maximus says, Illich was a voice actor for ADV and Sentai. That's Houston, Texas area. Funimation is in Flower Mound, Texas, nearly 300 miles away. Not much crossover between them for voice talent. My apologies. My apologies. If Illich was not a voice actor for them. Although I'm pretty sure the voice actor community knows exactly what that story's about. Rolana1 says, I assume Ty has all these clips. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gave them to him yesterday. Banana Tardis says, so where is that from? That is from Funimation servers. Harbinger345 says YouTube with their little yellow demonetized button be like right now. Oh, I think this strip is this show is probably demonetized. J-Ray says, why Chi-Chi clip make my snake feel funny? TCV Titan says, and the DBZA line of Krillin's Chi-Chi's getting Gohan to pound the tuna gets even more inappropriate. Redacted. There's a bunch of redacted messages. Pirate Riddle says, please burn Funny to the ground. I gotta go to bed soon, but keep fighting the good fight. I love all of you. Clumsy K says, their attempts at humor are at 4th grade level. I know. That's the weird thing. Like, I don't mind. I make some crass jokes, but these are like low tier crass jokes in my opinion. DCV Titan says, also, hi transcriber. Ron's a cuck. Ron's a snack tray wielding cuck. Does he cuck? Listen, Sped. He leaves it all to the better men. Sung Jin Woo says, bend over, Yamcha. All right, okay. No way. Yakase says, will Yamcha's anus ever recover from the brutal pounding by Piccolo? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Gay. Time of Dying 00 says, the Cynthia Crayons clip was funny. The others were not. They reek of immaturity, ego, and mean-spiritedness. Psycho says, that wild video had me crying, bro. I'm definitely going to find that clip. You make it available. P.S. My message didn't send, lol. Victorus22 says, okay, that 4 minutes 46 seconds was awkward AF. My wife walked in on it. Hey, don't judge. Don't kink shame. Black and Soul says, Christ on a cracker. Sabat's clip would even make Pryor and Carlin cringe. Now transcript it and make sure Lemoyne reads it in his con slut voice. Fenrir the Wolf says, but Vic's the creep, The weirdo? Effing degenerates. They all need old Yellering in Minecraft, of course, lol. Brent Chappell says, sitting here shiny hunting Pokemon, and then I hear all that. Definitely not how I expected to end my night. Keep up the great work, man. Cheers. Cheers. Alex Bridden says, Lemoyne's manifesto titled Mein Kampf is about to his eternal struggle trying to pick up con sluts and the adversity that he faces after getting wrecked by an insect. It's a good read, 10 out of 10. Rando number 9 says, hello, cringe department, in reference to the audio. George Lopez says, don't chat much. Funimation is fracked, BSG reference. Kalinka Pavlova says, my ears were sexually assaulted by Monica and Colleen. Jeshua Singletary says, what's going on? Quick recap, please. Oh man, that was a long time ago. Hopefully you picked up on it by now. No One Important says, wouldn't it be funny if the Vic equal director role was because they thought they would kill their fun by being the no fun police with his Christian ways? Maybe. Michael Willard Jr. says, Vic moved to Grapevine, Texas in 25 minutes from Dallas. Wait a minute. Alex Jones, here's the problem. The Nameks just started drinking the water. Look, they got their chemicals in the water. Turn the freaking Nameks gay. Right? I think the frogs Alex Jones was referring to are actually Piccolo, Guru, Nail, Dende. Angel Grunt says, Vic is taking a job whereby he would need to spend much more time in Funny's Texas office. Sounds like the exact thing that would set Ron Toye off. Sung Jin Woo said, oh yeah, apply that sacred ointment. Brian Pawlowski says, Sabat is literally running gay hops behind the scene. Mexa Man and Chi says, please stop, my dick can only invert so much. Mario Pissed Off says, how to destroy a childhood. Thanks, Sabat. Big Red Bear says, you've killed my childhood with this clip, Rekieta. Did this get leaked to you, or was this just on the internet? My God. Oh, it came from a very anonymous source. Mr. CPU says, Sabbats must have been from the Falconer years. Richie Gonzalez says, say bend over Yamcha in your best Sabbat voice. Which one? Bend over Yamcha. No way! Takagi Onsai says, reminder, Ron Toye is paying for this transcript. The True Brain says, Sabat is going to get stumped out of his job. Snarknicon DM says, I really want to hear Duchette explain this one. He's going to say it's irrelevant. Mythos Irving says, gonna download Chi-Chi clip for research purposes only, of course. Montour says, what did I just wake up to? Thanks, Nick. That just destroyed Dragon Ball for me. It's not my fault. I'm merely the messenger. Eternal Nemesis says, I just want to thank you for easing up my downtime. I've recently been fired from my position as shift manager and I'm now in between jobs. Thank God I'm 22. Would be worse otherwise. Hey, buddy, things are going to turn around for you. Everything will be better. You got a lot of time left. King says, hey, Nick, what do you believe are the potential legal consequences for Funimation could be if your theory is correct? It depends on what gets pursued. We're going to have to find out in Discovery after TCPA. Craig Bullock says, aside from Toei, I wonder what Bruce Falconer would think if he heard that his soundtracks were being used in Sabat's 6th satirical production. Good question. Cerulean Voice says, Jesus, Nick, this is more savage than what Farida Malik did in the Shanghai Street Justice Quest from Deus Ex Human Revolution. Curious Items Inside says, it's even more disturbing because Namekians are asexual and reproduce asexually, and Popo is a genie. I mean, follow the lore in your sick fantasy. Nick Thorne says, whatever you do, don't look up Daily Dose. Jay says, G drive links expire if too popular. RA says, LMFAO, if there's one thing these clips teach us, it's that universal suffrage was definitely a good idea. So glad we passed the 19th Amendment. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but okay, buddy. Ben Gurma says, that was way worse, Nick. How did you not lead with that Goku's new regimen? What, this one? This one was worse?
I do have one more request. It has to do with our training regime. Will you guys suck me off until I come all over your faces?
Let's see. Yellow Flash 2 says, hashtag Gohan's gay clothes. Isaiah says, the Kiwi farms just broke. Jersh is going to be very disappointed. Snarkdacon DMs, Gohan's mom has got it going on. Oh. Come on. Come on now. Fluffy Side Up says, hashtag no more funny business. CJ says, hashtag Sabat not funny. The Game Idea Guy says, hashtag Funimation sacred oil. Mirabella says, hashtag not funny. George H, thank you. RA says, I'm just a Zoom. Oh, wait, I read that one. The O Faces says, hashtag funny clips. The Texan 83 says, so Ron is willing to be on your show after the 6th, or so he says. Interesting if he keeps that if they lose. We'll see. We'll see. George H says, I suggest hashtag Hornymation. Okay, I'm dying. I'm dying. Jason of the Great Awakening says, if Kiwi Farms bought out Funimation, would it become the Funny Farm? Tucker says, well, just saw that part with the Midwest Midnight video. Now I want to use my rifle on myself. Don't do that. Automata says, Lemoyne literally tweeted, final thought, never file motions to strike evidentiary challenges or send emails outlining said challenges 3 weeks early. While demanding Ty to outline his motion in email. Lemoyne's just an idiot. That's the problem. That's the problem. Funimation is not #1 on trending. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, we're still at number 9. Number 9 on the United States trends. Kicking up there. It's probably #1 on your local trends. I don't know if you're going to beat Lana Del Rey and Tool. That'd be amazing, but. Name says, I'm sure Ty's motion will leave Lemoyne breathless. Kildeo the Horse says, free my bro Dende. Praise be sub to Almighty Tevin. Lady, where'd that go? Dang it. Lady Chan says, we're trending at 1. Tugger says, the Monica clip is no better. I feel myself reaching for my gun. End it, please, merciful God. Montour says, you're not getting monetized for this stream. Hope this helps. Hey, thanks, buddy. Josh Calhoun says, I sent you a screenshot of something Sabat said about Ron Soye. It's in a reply to your latest tweet. I think it's worth a look. Andrew Olson says, are you humming the Mario Castle theme? I'm not. Like, wait. That one? Cesario JPN says, someone managed to combine the clips together. Wow. Oh, no. Beige Devil says, hey, Nick, it looks like Chibi Reviews has dropped a video about the stuff you were talking about tonight. Cool. Who's Chibi Reviews? Bad Dragonite says Mars Girl's so irrelevant. We forgot she was involved. I don't mean that as a slight to Chibi Reviews. I'm such a boomer, and I have so little time to watch other people's stuff that I don't know who that is. Lately, I've been watching this dude from the South cook all sorts of soul food. I made fried cabbage tonight. AB grilling and smoking. That guy's my hero right now. Golden Melody 722 says, thanks for cheering me up the other night. Surprised to hear about the Victor Rector thing. It sure seems like the missing piece of the puzzle. Stephen Pakaki says, your Stone Cold and Goldberg impressions sound the same.
No, Stone Cold Steve Austin has a little bit of a back of the throat grasp to it.
Just playing. It's a cakewalk. Says, driving 6 hours to meet Vic at RockCon will be my first ever convention. Have a $250 Broly Dragon Ball card. Can't wait to have him sign. Zyber Warrior says Crunchy is owned by AT&T just like Rooster Teeth. Don Gamer Guy says Team 4-Star blows donkeys and is garbage quality. Cross Saman says, what's the cigar brand? Cuba. Spazzy Sparkle Fizz. Monica thinks she can fix Ron. I fear for her safety. Blink Your Eyes 1400 says, I did get paid for that working interview. Good, buddy. Infernal Iris says, Nick, here's a few shekels just to thank you for an awesome show. Keep up the great work and may Funny burn to the ground. Zan YT says, going to San Japan today. Can't wait to ask what Team 4-Star think about the Funny leaks. Rando number 9 says, bros, we need to get our hands on the clip of Sabat as Piccolo saying the gamer word with the hard R. You know he had to say it. I don't have that clip. If I get it, I'll let you know. Corbett Abrahamson says, hello, Nick. It's nice to have the chance to indirectly interact with you for whatever it's worth. I took some law in high school and enjoy learning more from you. Are you opposed to Twitter DMs? I'm not, but buddy, it's really hard for me to see a Twitter DM. If I haven't interacted with you, it's hit or miss. There are other ways to contact me, like email. You could try that. Obsidian Sinclair says, the fact that your insider has direct access to their servers and shared should show them that all is not well in their house and people aren't happy. Oh, they know. They know. And by the way, I heard that there are several Funimation employees who do watch my shows and enjoy them quite a bit. Bad Dragonite says, Yamcha getting the Wolf Fang Fist. No way! What are you doing? Piccolo? Dublin says, Sabat, more like bigot. Iapetus McHeimer says, good job exposing this. Is there anywhere we will be able to find these clips after? They're already on Twitter. They're all over. Just go on Twitter. I retweeted a place where you can find them, so you can just follow me, or you don't even have to follow me. Just find one of my most recent tweets. Just look at them. You'll find the retweet with link to every one of them. DBZ Cupcake says, need Nick to react to Team 4-Star episode 56. Another nobody says, Alex Jones, Capsule Corporation Chemtrails. Billy Glesner says, hey Nick, me and my brother love your live streams, and this stream was the best, lol. We thought the audios were awkward. Hope you have fun that Toei does something. Hashtag justice for Dende. Stanley Vic says, this needs to be trending during business and peak hours. That's up to you guys. Crash Evans, thank you for the donation. All right, now we got justice chats. There are several. Commissar Fuqua says, remember guys, Kick Vic drew first blood, not us. As Cybertaz says, audio clip? What audio clip? Nothing is going to happen with my career. This is fine. As Cybertaz says, bah, Streamlabs masks seem broken. They can eat a bag of dicks, but here's a bunch of hot dogs for Nikki. As Cybertaz says, Sean's career is toast. Is it toast? Ginsburg Wellness Check says, you don't understand the context of this clip. Goku is accusing Gohan of wearing a bundle of sticks and looking like a cigarette. Ha! Gotcha, Nikki. As Cybertaz says, look at those. Look at those bundle of stick butt clothes. I can't say that, man. What am I, Sean Schemmel? Dave Youngson says, I want Schemmel to come out saying that he finds nothing warms his throat up for a session better than a couple of bundles of sticks. As Cybertaz says, Sean Schemmel's mind right now. Felipe Move says, Nick, you are a rock star. Thank you for what you're doing. And also says, give him hell, Nick. Blaine Cooper says, I'll bet Sabat as Vegeta drops an N-bomb. Oh, that would be the icing on the cake, but I don't have that audio yet. Hey, Sabat, if it's out there, you might want to be worried. Felipe says, hope you don't mind the masks. I don't mind the masks. Hope you guys don't. I'm just teasing you. They look awesome. Love you, Nick. Keep up the good work. Still playing with the masks. Blaine Cooper says, plug the GoFundMe. Harder than Yamcha got plugged by Guru, I hope. S. Cybertaz says, Nick spitting fire again tonight? When? Blaine Cooper says, the memes are strong. Felipe says, Nick, you've never checked my Twitter DM. Sent you 2 amazing photoshops of you. Oh, I am humbled. I have like 1,000 message requests that I haven't responded to. I'm sorry. It's hard. Blaine Cooper, thanks for the donation. Bad Dragonite says, I've followed Team 4 Star since they started. I don't know if they've ever been direct about any deals. They have said that they've been in direct contact with Funny and said people there like DBZA. Some of Team 4 Star has also been cast in official DBZ games like Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2. Intimidator0108 says, as a guy who's cosplayed Stone Cold Steve Austin before at conventions, I thought your impression was well done, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. What do we got? Felipe says, Nick, you know we love you. I discovered the masks, and they are awesome. Tess Not on Holiday says, this is an outtake reel for another popular Funimation show Vic worked on. Contains 3 jokes involving sex with minors, several weed jokes, and 1 joke about Hitler in 2019. Check out Kyle Phillips on YouTube for more. What do we got? Keldeo the Horse says, hashtag free Dende. Praise be almighty Tevin. Hashtag Chi-Chi MILF. Lady Lavalin says, we need more sacred ointment, Kami. Mr. DJ Fly Eye says, I wonder if there are some audio clips from Rooster Teeth. And Keldeo the Horse says, Mr. Dende gets down. Oh, get down. Get down, not gets down. Felipe and Blaine, thank you for the donations. Felipe says, Kick Vic just left the building, still playing with the masks. Blaine says, matey. Felipe says, you are destroying my childhood with these clips, Nick. Why? And then last mask for me. And then he lied. Said the gunslinger mask is best. And he says, last one, I swear. Then he says, Nick, you handsome devil. So you're not good at holding up to that last mask thing. Mercenary X says, problem with saying Toei Animation would have a problem with the incest is kind of ambiguous. The whole of Japan has this weird thing about incest, and that angel won't work unless it affects their money flow. That angle, I think you mean. Unknown Watcher says, I keep thinking it can't get worse, Inquisitor, but it does. This heresy must not stand. Ferd Reich says, Christian mad, bro. Christian man bad. Justin Roselli says, you know the best part about that Chi-Chi clip, Nick? Team 4 Star made a joke about Gohan pounding Chi-Chi's tuna. According to Chi-Chi, that may not be a joke. Like with Schemmel, why choose those words and that character? Schwazoom says, kick Vic. We believe women, except those 2 women, and the judge in the first case, and the social workers, and the picture of the holes kicked in the wall, and the text turned in evidence to chop up her dog. Anon says, wait until he sees what's coming next, smiley face. Man, if he only knew what I know, smiley face. I will make him a fool of himself before the most glorious truth comes out, smiley face. Ron Toye, smiley, smiley, smiley. Okay. Keldeo says, we still need to free my bro Dende. Kirsch Evans says, DB super, don't shoot, this man's not black. Best line. The one says, Popo got poped. Alex Britton says, Soye, Nick is ruining our case. What should we do? Lemoyne, I got it. I'll call him a shark jock. Soye, yay. Asia Frazier says, did we just hear the voice of Majin Thought? Oh, no. No. Crusader Saracen says, Sun Tzu didn't say that, you stupid F. Ty did. Grrr, you effing historically, legally illiterate moron. What in the mother F was that? What was that supposed to be a witty comeback? A effing concussed Nat could do better. How embarrassing. CLJ Screwjob says, suck my off. That's why Goku's dumb. He's the son, haha, of Russell Greer. Suck me my penis. Bad Dragonite says, this gorgeous cock, it's for the fans. Hellsnake says, Ty, Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? Ty, Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? Nick, it's over. Wait, it says retarded. Ty says, there's no way that can be right. Can it? Nick says, yeah, it is. Jay Sean Lemoyne is retarded. Kick his ass, Ty. Ty says, on it. Snack Sheet says, please stop playing that Chi-Chi clip. Getting hard to explain this erection at work. What, this one?
Go on. Go on. Go on. I'd be like, yes! Yes!
Pro Hero All Might says, it's officially
Right
midnight for me, so
there!
I'm now officially 30 years old. Hey, happy birthday, buddy. Here, have one last Justice chat before my inner boomer overtakes me and I delete System 32 when trying to open Chrome. Hey, don't make fun. Taldeo the Horse says, Chi-Chi has always been over Bulma, to be honest. Big ups. All right, guys, we're going to start up this, we're going to start out the, the closing audio. So this is the show finale. You know how it goes. I always play the theme song or whatever. Pyretta Riddle says,
Come closer.
Can't plug my Twitter, but if
I feel
anyone
my
wants to
time
see
is
why
near,
I personally can't stand
and
Kid
I've
Vic,
never been with a man
please
before.
look up
Apply the sacred
SONNE
ointment,
Gonzalez
Popo.
or SONNE
Tommy.
says
Yes, right there.
STUSHI.
Oh, that feels so
on
good,
Twitter.
Mr. Popo.
I
you
do
go.
my best.
All right, guys,
But
I've got
Mr.
the
Popo
got the
does not
outro
funk.
playing.
You
So,
must, Popo.
I will be on
It is-
Twitch in
it is
probably
for
10
me.
minutes or so.
Whoa! What's wrong?
You know, I gotta get everything switched over for
nothing,
Streamlabs.
It's,
Thanks for hanging out
it's
with me
nothing.
tonight.
Mr. Popo and I have a special
I'll see you
relationship.
tomorrow.
Oh, my Popo
Andy
knows
Signor,
how to handle balls.
11
He collected all
a.m.
the balls last
12
time.
hours early.
No way!
Early in Super Hetero.
Let me have some of that.
It's my
I don't think
ointment.
there will be a nighttime
I need
stream
it.
tomorrow, but I'm going to try
I
and
need it
fit
for
one in
Piccolo.
sometime this weekend if I can get
Tommy,
internet service.
what's going
Can't make
on
any
here?
promises.
I had to use the sacred
I'll
ointment.
be at camp with my
Apply the
family.
sacred
It's
ointment
going to
on
be really
me.
hard to do
No
anything
way!
like that,
I
but
need some.
we'll see
Bend
what we
over,
can do
Yamcha.
because there's filings coming tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a
No!
good night.
I
Peace.
can't be.
Peace.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah, more of that.
No!
Bend over further, Yamcha.
I can't.
Yeah.
Stop it! Bulma!
Yeah.
Bulma! Think of Bulma. I must think of Bulma. No. Release yourself, Yamcha. It is the right thing to do. Popo, tell him.
Yes, it is true. Kami does not lie. He likes big butts. He cannot lie.
Wow! No way! You're right! It feels pretty good. Why don't you try, Mr. Popo?
Okay. No. Oh. 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 I need some more sacred ointment, Kami.
I'm afraid we've run out. The only ointment left is at Korin's tower.
Oh, guys, what the hell's happening here? Let me read your mind. Oh, Jesus Christ. You've been butt-fucking again, haven't you?
It's just the way. The way. You know that Nail is part of me now. Refused. He said he'd like me inside. And I said no, and then he entered me. And I'm much stronger now. And I'm willing to admit it.
Yes, I remember when you were inside me. It was a feeling like I'd never had, Piccolo.
But what about me, Kami?
There's always time for us, Popo. You're my indentured servant forever.
Am I ever going to get paid?
You're paid in flowers and in love, which you lack, Mr. Popo. Let me show you what love is about.
You're right, Kami. It feels so good.
Now, on. Guru, can you hear me?
Yes, my children.
Tell them what love is about.
Well, as I am the father of all Nammers, I believe that sharing is important. Remember Dende?
Oh yes, I remember Dende. Quite a cute little Namek, wasn't he?
Oh yes, I stumped him.
You what?
I stumped him. I had him many times.
No way!
Quiet, Yamcha. Your time is next. I have a special gift for you.
What is it, Guru? You can't die!
I won't die before I give you this gift. Now, bend over, Yamcha.
I don't know. Something's not right here. I feel so strange.
This is a power that comes only from inside and can only be given from the rear.
You're right. I feel so much stronger. I feel like I could kick some ass now.
Yes, but be careful. You made me sore for a while.